McFarland Spartan football is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Spartan football, the 2022 edition. It's Friday Night Lights, McFarland style. My name is Bill the Big K Cather, and I'll have the privilege and honor of helping this season to bring you McFarland athletics at their best. I'm a two-time cancer survivor, and I'm just living the dream. Mr. John Wells, the golden voice of McFarland athletics, tonight still has duties out at the Madison International Speedway, which means that, hey, I'm going to do my best tonight to be your play-by-play announcer, so please bear with me. We'll do the best we can. Assisting me tonight, Mr. Eric J. Lackey, and I'll bring him on here in just a minute, and he's going to help a whole lot tonight with me on this telecast. And so tonight we're going to do our best to keep this telecast as entertaining and informative as possible for your viewing pleasure. As Brent Musburger used to say, you are looking live at the newly renovated synthetic turf Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field in McFarland, Wisconsin on this Friday evening, August the 26th, 2022. What a beautiful night it is tonight. Game time temperature about 73 degrees, no humidity in the air, and the winds are 3 5/8 miles per hour out of the south-southwest, so we don't think that should have a big effect on tonight's game. So, as the song goes, oh, what a beautiful evening, oh, what a beautiful day. Okay, Eric's about ready to leave the booth right now and leave me on my own after that little, I call Cather karaoke. And we might have a little preview of some other Cather karaoke that might come later on. But what a beautiful evening here tonight. Tonight's opponent, the Blue Devils of Lodi, a Division IV school, 456 kids, coached by Mr. Dave Pulls. They won last week 37-0 over Martin Luther. Your McFarland Spartans are coached by Mr. Paul Ackley. The Spartans lost last week. They're 0-1 to Mount Horeb, Barneveld, 23-15. They're a Division III school, 769 kids. The question to be answered tonight then is going to be, will McFarland get their first victory of the 2022 season, or is Lodi going to enjoy the trip back home tonight and still remain undefeated? 48 minutes of hard-nosed competitive football will hold the answer. Time for the national anthem. Please at home, stand, rise, put your hand over your heart, remove your headgear, pay honor to America. All right, thank you. So right now, hey, it's time to grab your favorite snacks and beverages, get comfy in that favorite chair or sofa, and sit back and enjoy what should be a very entertaining Friday Night Lights on a beautiful evening here in McFarland, Wisconsin. As Bob Euchre, however, would say, you know, there's still time to come out to the game if you can get here. So let me now at this time welcome in my sidekick for tonight's game and the person that's going to make this a goal right here. I'm not putting any pressure on you, am I, Eric?
No, not at all.
It's all on you. Mr. Eric J. Lackey. Take it away, Eric.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the introduction. Just want to go over a couple of keys to the game tonight just before we get started here. For both teams, it'll be a battle up front, the line of scrimmage. Who can win the battle both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball? And then next, second key of the game is turnovers. Can the McFarland Spartans handle the ball, protect the ball, and score? And then finally, can McFarland contain the Lodi run game and stop junior quarterback Mason Lane and junior running back Kyler Clemens? And the last but not least, McFarland seniors in the backfield, Cooper Kennedy at quarterback and Travis Zadra, the running back. We'll need big games from both of them to pull out a victory.
Right, and I think also we got to mention for sure the Blue Devils also, number 39, Brady Pulls, coach's kid, will be calling his name a lot also tonight. But no, I agree with all those. We discussed those keys at a time, and hey, we're off to a good start. Let me give you a little history on this rivalry. Lodi High School was actually named by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best high schools in the state of Wisconsin. Tonight's game is number 548 in McFarland history. Overall record 301 victories, 239 losses, and 7 ties. Yes, they used to have ties way back when. Tonight is game 45 versus Lodi. McFarland leads the series 30 wins and 13 losses and 2 ties. They are the team that McFarland's played the most in their storied history. And we're getting ready for the kickoff here. Number 13, Brian Meitzner to kick off for Lodi. Ooh, a high little short kick. Got to pick that up. And it trickles out of bounds, thankfully. It was playing with a little fire over there on the sideline, letting that ball bounce. You never quite know on the turf how it's going to react. But Spartans starting out tonight on their 17-yard line. First down 10. Tonight we'll have Cooper Kennedy at quarterback. We have Travis Zadra in the backfield. Last week, Travis came through in game number 1. He rushed the ball 23 times for 106 yards, so he's going to get plenty of carries, I'm sure, again here tonight. And again, we are really expecting this to be a battle up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like there's some question here as to where that ball's going to be placed.
Yeah, I think Coach Ackley was just making sure he understood where the penalty
would be.
Yep,
it is coming out 35-yard line since that ball did go out of bounds.
Correct.
Okay. Like I said, jump in anytime. This is my first shot this year at doing play-by-play, so we'll do the best we can. Cooper Kennedy back in the gun. Travis Zadra behind him. In motion coming Devin Culp. Handoff Zadra, nice cutback. And looks like about a 2-yard gain on first down.
Like we've been saying this whole time, I think that's going to be a heavy dose of Zadra as he's coming off the field here, but we will see, I think, 20-plus carries out of him tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now into the ball game, tailback Brandon Dyer. He rushed last week 3 times for 19 yards, but he'll get some work in here too against a big Lodi team. Dyer around the end, left, turning the corner, got the corner a little bit, got about 5 yards out of that carry. And it's going to bring up, I believe, a 3rd down and 4 for the Spartans. I'm sure Coach Ackley, this first drive could be real important to the Spartans for getting off to a good start here tonight, Eric.
Absolutely. I think it's key to try and get a first down in this first series here, get some comfortness for Cooper Kennedy back there when he starts throwing it.
There goes Zadra off left tackle and stacked up, only about a 1-yard gain, and it looks like Spartans here are probably looking over to the sidelines, going to make a decision, but my guess would be going to punt the ball away. We've got a 4th and 3. However, they are looking to the sidelines.
Yep, there comes the punt team.
And here comes, kicker extraordinaire, Mason Folk, 6'3", 170-pound senior. And he has got a very, very solid foot. It's been a pleasure watching him punt the ball here last year. With just, wow.
He's got a boot.
A lot of fun. Yep. I'll try and count hang time here, my own. Wow.
This could be huge for the Spartans.
Wow.
What a change in field position.
I am really surprised. Boy, the deep back there let that ball bounce and just continue.
I'm kind of thinking he was worried about trying to catch that off the bounce and maybe fumbling it, but
yep, that was Gavin Sargent. But boy,
I thought he had some open field there.
Yeah, big opportunity here for Spartan defense to make a statement. If they can hold Lodi here in the early going, make them punt for their own end zone, that could be a great start for the Spartans here on the defensive end also. So here we go. The big pound game. It's going to be Clemens and pulls. And sometimes Mason Lane is going to keep the ball himself. Up the gut. Nice defense. Again, McFarland's strong point, linebackers and safeties. We're looking at number 34, leading tackler, Paul Morris, 13 tackles in game 1. Luke Rux, 10 tackles. Cade Rux, 8 tackles. And Kyle Cuso, 7 tackles. Those are your backers. Your safeties are going to be Dayton Gillen, Owen Stelz, and Andrew Kelly.
A lot of two-way players in the back.
Yep, that's high school football.
Absolutely.
Nice job again holding only another 1 yard gain, so that's only 2 yards gained on, actually on first down they gained nothing. That was a 2 yard scamper, so big play right here for the Spartans. 3rd and about 8.5. Boy, if they could stop him, this would be big, Eric.
That'd be a huge, huge turning point in this game already. A little bit last week, Mason Lane rushing 11 attempts, 103 yards.
Yep, he is
3
all
touchdowns.
Purpose. Yeah, he is all
Absolutely.
purpose. You know, you find quarterbacks at this high school level going both ways oftentimes, and the highlights on them, spotlights on them, they kind of run the show on both sides.
Right.
And they're no exception here. Nice job on defense. Boy, that line held well, because I'll tell you, that is a big line. Lodi is 74, Henry Copeland, 6'1", 275, junior. Josh Clan, 6'7", 245, a junior. John Wilkin, 5'10", 167. And I'll get the other names to you as we get going along here. All right, just no penalties here. Just be smart.
I believe that's Dayton Gillen in the.
Yeah, this kicking the ball is Paxton Krugman. Average 33 yards.
Tipped.
Oh, stay away from it.
Yep. Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, but look at that.
Yes.
They are going to get the ball on about the 5 yard line. Wow.
I didn't catch who was there to
what
put pressure on the kicker.
What a big break that is. Woo, come on, Spartans. Knock this in. This would be really big.
This is the start that McFarland really needed.
And I'm going to tell you, they need this also, and this is a big game too, because I can tell you the Monroe Cheesemakers are coming in next Friday, and they are loaded also. So,
as always.
Big. Yes. Yep. Zadra in the backfield, right behind Cooper Kennedy. Zadra up the gut, nice blocking. Starting behind him, and a quick mention the line now for the Spartans. You have 54 at a tackle, Caden Westfall, 6'4", 265-pound junior. At the other tackle, you have the Diesel, Keats Dislin, 6'6", 275. I'll get to the others here in a minute. Zadra again off right tackle, close. He's down to about the 1 yard line, maybe even inside the 1. Also on the line, the center position is being played by Miles Hogan, 6 foot, 220-pound junior, and the guards Austin Bindle, 6 foot, 210-pound senior, and Brevid Roth, number 62, 5'9", 240-pound sophomore.
Let's see.
So come on, boys.
Let's see if McFarland
block
can
this
punch
tough
it in.
and punch it in right here.
Right.
Oh, man. They handed that ball off to Zadra, and I can tell you what, Mason Lane was the first one. He was in the backfield as soon as the ball was handed off. Mason Lane.
That linebacker core is flying.
Yes. And I'll tell you, the early word was, again, the linebacking and defense of both these teams are tough. They are built with athletic kids on both sides of the ball.
Well, just seeing the starting quarterback stopping a touchdown there.
Okay, Mason Folk. 20-yard field goal. End over end. And the kick is good. And the Spartans at least put 3 points on the board. So, hey, you got to get something positive, put some points on the board out of every drive in that. Andrew, are we keyed up? If we're keyed up here, I've got something that I'd like to do. Yes, it's after a point. That's okay, after a score, so we can do it. All right. This is Bill Cather here, and I'd like to take a moment for a special recognition tonight. On your screen, you're going to see a picture of Mr. Patrick Hasty, nicknamed by me as Patrick Hasty Tasty. And tonight, he's closing out, I believe, 4 years of successful commitment to our cable TV productions. He is to be commended for all of his efforts in learning many skills in TV production. He's been a positive influence to our cable team. His work ethic and willingness to take on any and all challenges showcase the success that awaits him in his future endeavors. He's a well-respected, responsible young man and whom we will miss. You are an example of Spartan pride, and McFarland is very proud of you. And thanks again, Patrick, for all the help you've given us over the time. We hope you've appreciated it and had some fun. So best wishes from the staff at WMCF. And good luck in your future, Patrick Hasty. All right,
well
kickoff
said.
going, fielded about the 15-yard line.
Good tackle.
And up the gut. Looked like that's
Blair Wood with the tackle there.
Yep. That was returned by number 3, Paxton Krugman. I'm sure he would like to make amends for that little shank punt. But you want to know that's what it's going to be. You know, you're going to make mistakes. Not everything's perfect in that. I always used to say, in whether basketball or any sport, you know, if something unfortunate happens or you make a mistake, you come back and you play twice as hard.
Absolutely.
You know, and don't, you know, what has happened is in the past. The most important play in football is like in golf and everything else, is the next play.
Right, exactly.
It's the most important thing. All right. Back in the gun, Mason Lane. Put it in the gut. Oh, he's going long. Oh, my goodness. And there is number 1, Gavin Sargent. And that ball, what a great ball fake by the quarterback, Mason Lane. I'm going to say that was, what do you got on that?
53 yards.
53 yards. 53 yards last week in their first game. Mason Lane was 8 for 15 for only 81 yards. 53%, but actually last week out of the 8 passes, those were to 7 different receivers. So he spreads it around a lot. And they don't throw it a lot. They like to pound it, but boy.
Little breakdown in the secondary there for McFarland.
For sure.
Wide
it's
open.
It's going to happen still early, and there's a handoff to Clemens. Off a right tackle. Looked like about a 5-yard scamper on first down, bringing up 2nd down and 5 for Lodi. They're on the McFarland 16-yard line.
Big spot early here for the defense.
Yep. This is very interesting for me because usually I'm on the other side of this. I'm doing the stats and everything else. So sometimes I get a little bit lost in what's going on and stuff like that. So please forgive me. But again, a picture doesn't lie. You can still see it, right? Got to have some fun with it. Lane. That pulls the ball back down, looking. Oh, beautiful interception. Dayton Gillen, boy, he is really an athletic kid. Boy, he stretched out and pulled that in. Mason Lane tried to just pinch that ball in there a little bit. Isn't that perfect replay that we get?
That is just amazing.
Yep.
Huge play by number 8 there.
Yep, he was trying to get that ball into Jace Kalinsky.
And we talked about it early on, the turnover game. So far,
right.
McFarland's winning it 1-0.
That's very big.
And I think on that play, too, sometimes you can try and be a little too cute with the pass.
Absolutely.
And you can leave it short just as he did
yep.
there.
Okay. Kennedy, just be careful now. No turnovers. From their own 6-yard line. Handoff to Brendan Dyer. Got the outside. All right. Nice run for about 13 yards on first down. Going to get the ball out to the McFarland 19-yard line. And an excellent block on that outside. I believe that was, that was Morris, I think. I think that was Paul Morris that made the great block on that end out there that just sealed it and allowed Dyer to get around the outside. Big first down play, get him out of the, as they say, shadow of your own end zone.
Bit of a
That's not
here.
A cliche, is it?
Right.
Huh? Up, Zadra in trouble.
Oh,
no.
Got to get on top of that.
Scooped up
Yeah,
by
he's down.
Mason Lane. You can't advance it. So once it hit the ground, but that is going to be a turnover. And now, again, Spartan defense is going to have to step up.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Zadra trying to bounce it to the outside. Comes back in.
You know, and just like you mentioned,
it.
we mentioned turnovers is one of the keys to the game. And we see it gave McFarland 3 points. Let's see what Lodi is going to do as far as can they capitalize on a McFarland mistake here. Mason Lane again back in the gun.
How about that? He's the one that recovers it after he, he gives it up.
That was his second fumble recovery of the year. Kyler Clemens is in the backfield with him. And throwing the ball, oh my goodness, all alone. And into the end zone, diving.
He's down. They're saying he's short.
Short on the 1 yard line. That pass went to, that was Kalinsky, Jace Kalinsky. I said Jace Kalinsky was the one player that caught 2 passes in the first game. And then there were 6 other guys that caught 1 pass. So he's a pretty valuable player, pretty versatile. All right. Maybe a turnover back here. First down and goal from the 1. Oh, and as soon as I mentioned it, and a miss, laying around the outside, and he got it back to inside the 5 yard line. Boy, that's too bad. Would that have been, I guess if I just mentioned turnover, maybe we'll get that to happen. Hold up. But then I'm being biased, right? And this should be an impartial telecast, right?
Doing our best.
Yeah, we're doing our best to be objective and everything else. No, we will be. That was actually a great play by an athlete, again, Mason Lane.
Right.
Being able to pick that ball up and still get it back inside the 5 yard line. Second and goal from the 3 yard line. Handoff to Clemens, and he's going to almost walk in the end zone. Missed tackle that time by Dayton Gillen, but nice little move that time by Tyler Clemens, and we have our first touchdown of the evening. Right here you'll see it, just gave him a little, yep.
Almost too easy for him.
Yep. Oh well, and it was all created by a turnover where they only had to go, about 19 yards, 20 yards or something?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
And the extra point is good. And we are at 7-0 right now. Let me go down and just finish a couple of things here. In the series, in the last 10 years, Lodi leads the series. They've been 4 victories and only 1 loss to McFarland. McFarland's last win over Lodi was in 2012. And during that time period, Lodi has been loaded with offense. They've outscored McFarland 164 to 35. So they've got a very good program out there in Lodi.
Right.
And it's shown. And again, this is the biggest. This game against Lodi is, like I said, this will be their 46th game against Lodi, and there's no other team anywhere that they played as many times. So it's kind of a nice little, maybe non-conference rivalry that they have going with Lodi and that. And basically, I know Lodi's going to have a quality program in that, so it's a good preseason game to get them ready for the conference.
Well, I think you're just seeing it by their program. They're the 5 guys that we've really outlined to talk about tonight, all juniors.
Right. Oh,
so
yes.
Big years for them ahead, and you know, still being juniors, it just shows that they really build from within their program.
Right. 5 seniors. That's all they have. Brian Meitzner teeing it up. Let's see how deep this one goes. That's a little deeper this time. Fielded by Dyer on the 6 yard line. The gut looking for an opening. Nice return up to about the 31 yard line. So nice return. And let's see how the Spartans react to now being down 7-3. But again, they were their own worst enemy with that. Just, they gave them basically, they had 2 opportunities the first time until Lodi fumbled it.
And so far, McFarland only looks 8 carries for 25 yards, a fumble on the last series. Let's see if they open it up a little bit and get Cooper involved.
And I think you might see that. I think that's a very good call. I'll tell you what, because Lodi is just stacking up that line. Cooper fighting, rolling right, right at the outside. Boy, was that a beautiful footwork in that catch by Dayton Gillen. Very athletic play. And that was good for about a 6-yard gain. Be 2nd and 4 coming up. Just watch Gillen work the sideline. He knows he's got to get both feet down. Boom, right there. Drags it. Thank you very much. We just have an excellent replay crew and everything else here. We have very much advanced our productions here, as well as our staff. I'll mention them here in just a second. Kennedy handing it off. There's Dyer. And, boy, I'll tell you, this Lodi defense is just shutting down our running game. That was a loss of 2. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, so far I think with this the front 7 for Lodi, maybe even front 8, is just so strong. I think for McFarland to really move the ball well, they got to start open up the passing game to open up the running game.
Well, and then you go into their backfield, and they've got Mason Lane back there, Krugman.
Just athletes throughout all
Fleischman,
phases.
who's got 2 interceptions on the year. Kennedy back. Pressure coming. Turn it up.
There you go.
Nice job, Cooper, and smart decision. I like that. He took that for 9 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, it was nice to see him once he made that decision not to continue running it like
and boy,
he was
getting heat coming from the backside on that. Sometimes fear can get you accelerating even a little bit faster.
That next gear.
Yeah, right.
And that just goes to show that's 2 times now in pass plays where he's had pressure on the left side. I think you're going to see a lot of rollouts, chipping over there to slow down that pass rush.
Right. Boom. Who ran over that? That was trying to get the number on that.
Number 29.
29. That was Will Long.
Another junior.
Will Long, yep. 5'9", 215. Will Long already has, he recovered 1 fumble last week. So he's been very active already tonight as he was last week. Kennedy dropping back. Here comes the pressure again. And just threw it, got rid of it.
Looks like they were trying to set up a screen there.
There was really no receiver over there. There were 2 linemen kind of downfield, but
yeah, I think they were trying to set up a screen on the outside, or
might
maybe
look like it, but boy, that got blown up.
Maybe even double pass, maybe.
I can tell you, Coach Willick at some point in time in this game, he always a little sneaky. He'll have a little couple of plays up his sleeve that he likes to pull out. It's just a matter of when does he think the right time is to bring those on an opponent, and it's so much fun. I love watching them get excited too on those things, and kids have so much fun just waiting for that. You know, the anticipation. When can we do it, Coach?
You know, it's the last thing they practice every day probably, and they're just waiting for that chance to try it
Kennedy,
out.
rolling left. Oh, yes.
Good throw.
Beautiful throw. And
what a route.
What a great throw. That was 3rd and 15, and that pass play went 16 yards, and it's going to be, oh, wait a second. Where they're marking it, it's going to be 4th and 1. Wow, I thought he was past the stake on that.
Yeah, I thought he got the ball by
McFarland going to go quick here. Oh, his knee was right down on that.
Yeah.
Boy.
But, hey, we get replay up here, so.
Yep. And they are not allowed to use that on the field, so.
Let's see if they can convert it.
Oh, turn it up. Brandon Dyer. Oh, turn it up.
Use that
Stiff
speed.
Arm. Come on, baby.
All right.
Nice play. That was about a 23-yard run. Nice run. Brandon Dyer. Boy, last week he only carried the ball 3 times for 19 yards, and doing a nice job. Boy, he really accelerated, got the outside there. Man, nice cutback inside the cornerback who had come up. All right, this could be a good answer back to what just happened down on the other end. Push this ball in.
Let's see if they continue with the ball in the air here. They've got some pretty good chunks out of it.
Up the gut, Zadra. Travis went about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Said last week Travis was the workhorse, carrying the ball 23 times.
6 carries already tonight for 10 yards only.
Yep.
Waiting for that big play.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that, because I told Eric that's what I usually do, just kind of keep a running total in that. But that's nice for our listeners. You know, you can kind of see how kids are doing then and stuff. So, all right, 2nd and 7. Zadra off right tackle. Nice run. And that was about, oh, we got a late flag coming in here. That was about a 6-yard run. Zadra's helmet came off.
Now, I don't know the rule in high school. If your helmet comes off, do you have to sit a play?
I believe so.
Let's see what the penalty is.
Face mask on Lodi.
The reason why the helmet came off. That's a big spot for that penalty, too. We can see
yes,
her on the
it
replay.
is.
Up the right-hand side.
From the 15, let's see, are they going
half
right
there.
The distance?
26. 26. Tim Anthem with the penalty there.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
And he is their leading tackler in their first game.
One of the few
Anthem
seniors
had
on the
10
team.
tackles in their first game, so he's their leading tackler coming in. Anthony's 5'7", 170-pound senior. So 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for the Spartans. Come on, boys, punch this in. Well, fake. Keeper by Cooper Kennedy. And the pursuit was just a little too much. I'm not sure if there's a little uncertainty. I think Dyer wasn't sure if he was going to get the handoff there. They were both standing, kind of waiting for something to happen, and Kennedy just wisely tucked it and took off.
I was thinking the
same
thing.
When in doubt, control the ball, protect the ball.
Exactly.
We've already seen what one bad mistake down deep could do. 33, Luke Rux checking into the game. He'll be a tight end.
Now remember what we saw on defense from Dayton Gillen here. And the 2 catches he's had.
And he's
on
out
this
there,
drive.
and he's out there one-on-one in single coverage out wide left. Looks like Paul Morris in the backfield. Yes, it is, and Coach Ackley is calling a timeout. All right, I got to do something that I do at every athletic event that I broadcast, and that is pay a tribute to Badger Bill Garvey. Garv was just such an instrumental part, an important part of this whole school district and that. He headed up our marching band for years and years and years. He also worked with the UW band. He coached different sports and that. I mean, he was just such an integral part of this community. You'd see him everywhere, and if you didn't see him, you'd hear him everywhere. Because what a character. And I coached basketball, youth basketball with him. We both had our two boys going up, and we went all over the state coaching. I mean, what a great guy in that. So always as a tribute to Badger Bill in heaven, I like to sing the school song. So here's another Cather karaoke in the absence of the band. So here we go. Fight for our Spartans, valiant fight for our colors, brilliant fight, fight, McFarland High, don't let them buy you, rah, 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 rah. Hail to our Spartans, valiant, hail to our colors, brilliant, though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. Love you, Garv. You are gone, but you will never be forgotten. I just get goosebumps every time I do that because it's so special, and I know you're looking down. Clear night, so you're getting a good shot of this from heaven tonight. So, Garv, we're thinking about you, buddy, and like I said, this community can't thank you enough for everything you did, and They just had the golf fundraiser.
16th, I believe.
It was last
annual.
weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
The 16th annual golf
Was it
outing.
the 16th?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Very special. So Garv, tribute to you, my boy. All right, here we're back. Second down and 6. Spartans on the Lodi's. Goal to goal from the 6.
A lot of room to the outside left.
Up the gut, Morris,
There
touchdown! Very, very nice play. Good call there, offensive coordinator Willickett. Paul Morris, 6-yard scamper, giving the Spartans back the lead. And let's hope that Mason Folk can make it a 10-7 count and get up by a field goal. That was a nice drive that time. Good mixture of running and passing that time.
Absolutely. A couple big plays through the air.
Yep. Couple big plays, couple nice catches by receivers on that play. And what I really like about it, they kind of mixed it up. They threw in a little more passing because I think they see they're going to have to open it up a little bit here because of, I mean, just the size and the pursuit of the Lodi line and that. And even Cooper Kennedy, he's getting a lot of pressure, but that means the more they're sending, the more pressure. I like the one call where they try and run a screen.
Right, absolutely.
You know, a screen or even a delayed handoff, a little draw play or something.
I think a screen right there would be just a huge way to open that up. You got people coming in, rushing Cooper Kennedy. You dump it off to the right, probably a wide open field in front of them.
Don't worry, we've got that wily little offensive coordinator up here in the booth, two booths down here. I'm sure he's observed quite a few things, and what I like about him, I'm sure, is the wheels are spinning as to, hey, what are we going to do next time? Do I have to bring out the trick play yet? Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet, because we're up by 3 points in that. So
two big plays on that drive.
Pete, we're having some fun with you here tonight, aren't we, on the telecast?
Dayton Gillen with a perfect post corner route open. Came up just short by the refs, and then that 4th down play.
Right.
The rush
really
for
big.
about 5 yards, 6 yards.
Right. Okay, Mason Folk to kick off. We got 37 seconds left in our first quarter here. Fielded on the 6-yard line. And nice coverage.
Stood up.
Nice tackle that time by number 23, Blair Wood, 5 foot 6 inch, 145-pound senior defensive back. So nice job. I'll tell you what, that was better coverage than we've seen out of the Packers in the last couple of years. So, geez, maybe we ought to bring in whoever is running our special teams here. Maybe they ought to go up and apply in Green Bay.
Might just be a little more disciplined here.
Yeah.
So
I get to say this because if you don't like the comments, I always say fire me. I don't care, right? Got other things I guess my wife says I can be doing on Friday nights. Lane, again, delayed, kept the ball. Boy, he's tricky. Ooh, high tackle that time. Number 21, Owen Stells. He's another one, another real stellar strong point. He's back in that safety position. He does a nice job back there. Owen is a 6 foot, 170-pound senior.
Looks like they're
first down, gave him 4 yards. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with your McFarland Spartans up 10-7. 2 really crucial turnovers, one for each side there that we thought kind of gave a little gift to both teams there. So
and almost back-to-back plays.
Yes. And you know what I'm going to do? I will let you, Eric, just kind of recap the scoring in the first quarter.
Absolutely. So the first score of the game was about a 19-yard field goal by Mason Folk that made it 3-0 with 6:17 left in the first quarter. That was answered rather quickly by Lodi. That included about a 53-yard pass play, the interception, then a McFarland turnover, where then they put it in on a 3-yard run by Clemens that made the score 7-3 with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left. Then on the next offensive possession for McFarland, they put a beautiful drive together, which included a 4th and short conversion, and they finished it off with a 5-yard rushing touchdown by Paul Morris that made it our current score 10-3.
Yep. Interesting game. I like this. Beautiful night. very competitive game. You can see, I think we're gonna go right down into the fourth quarter, I think, here before this one's going to be decided in that. I think we got two teams that it's apparent that, I mean, they're both tough defensively, but I think they kind of are feeling each other out, and
right.
You know, they're going to see what's going to work the best out here in that. I mean, basically take away the turnovers
and that one big play.
And we're probably looking close to no points being scored.
Probably 3-3.
Right. Mason Lane. Oh, boy, he is dangerous. Uh-oh. And the only one back is Culp, running him out of bounds. And we're going to find out the total yardage here. Eric is counting it up.
About a 41-yard
41-yard scamper. Again, Mason Lane is found. I'll tell you what, he's dangerous. And I'll tell you because you've got Poles and you've got Clemens in the backfield as threats, and then you've got him back there so he can pull it out of their gut and take it himself in that.
And that's what happened on that play. We overcommitted to the running
right.
back, and he had a wide open lane on that read option.
Last week he ran 10 times for 103 yards. Okay, now he's going to be back. He's going to let this one loose. Oh, and turning around. Sergeant, nice defense by Dayton Gillen.
He almost had his second interception.
Boy, he almost did. And I'll tell you, both guys, both the defender and Sergeant, and now he's guarding Gavin Sargent, 6'3", 170-pound junior. That's a big task, but again, I mean, Dayton's 6'2", 192.
And an athlete.
And, oh, yes, is definitely. I think both those guys. So that was fun to kind of watch them both kind of try to readjust to the ball in that.
Yes.
Lane just kind of threw it up and was home for a jump ball there. All right, up the gut. Uh-oh. Be careful. That's Poles right there. And, boy, for Poles, that was about a 12-yard scamper, I want to say. And here comes Lodi right back at him.
Poles tonight with 3 carries for 13 yards.
Yep. Coach's son, so he's spent a little time on the football field, I'm sure, since probably came right out of the womb and went right to practice.
Once he could start crawling, he was out
Dad
on the
had him
out
in
a
stroller,
turf.
I'm sure, out there watching practice and whatever else. Hand off again. Looks like pulls again up the gut for, looks like about 4-yard gain.
And that was something that I wanted to touch on so far up until this drive. McFarland had really been holding the running game in check, and just a couple read option plays has really opened up that running game for Lodi.
I told you tonight you were going to get expert analysis.
Semi-expert.
Little unaccustomed to what you get from me, which is sometimes you go, where's he going with that? When I give you stats and that. And there goes Poles again for another, it looked like about 4 yards, and we're looking, I believe, at a 3rd down and 2. Geez, I'm pretty good with numbers. I guess that was a good guess.
It's the glasses.
Yep. My 2 glasses. I look like a goofball tonight because I got 2 sets of glasses on, one for far side so I can really see the numbers clearly, and then one reading glasses.
I think it's a way of being prepared.
Yeah. Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Big play here for the defense.
Oh, and Lane's going to keep the ball to the outside, and he's going to get the first down about the 3-yard line in that. Again, it's almost like, I mean, he's a triple threat.
Yeah, he's got.
And then to think he also on defense, he's sitting back there in a safety position.
Right,
so.
Making tackles, recovering fumbles. He's got 51 rushing yards so far tonight.
Yeah, he's one of those kids that you just love to have on your team because he's like a coach on the field too.
Yep, on both sides of the ball.
Yep. All right, we're 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Lodi trying to take the lead back here from the Spartans. We're at 9:30 left till halftime. Oh, whoa, yes. That was 33. Luke Rux, 5'11", 185-pound sophomore.
And I think Paul Morris was
and Paul
back
Morris
there.
is in there too. Paul Morris is is the leading tackler on this team. He had 13 tackles in the first game. We've called his name a couple times. And I can tell you, from last year, I can't tell you how many times in football games in that was Paul Morris, Paul Morris, Paul Morris. I mean, he plays really tough in the middle. He is very active. 2nd and 6. Rolling. Mason Lane.
There you go.
Oh, another, and jeepers. Now, who would that have been that made that tackle?
I'll let everyone
Thank
take
you,
a
Paul.
guess.
You're making me look real good right here, huh?
I believe that was a loss of almost 4 yards there.
Yep. 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. So, boy, that was nice. He just pursued.
Just a great pursuit, exactly.
You know, he's a perfect example of a kid that will play until the whistle sounds.
And those are the players you need.
Yep, absolutely. A motor that just keeps going and going and going. And smart. He read that play.
And committed.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing. He committed to it. It was probably his assignment, and he just got
Well, you
to
just
him.
kind of wonder if part of the coaching plan is to have somebody shadow Lane, the quarterback.
Well, with someone who ran for 100 yards, you would think you would have to.
And here he comes again. Uh-oh.
Good tackles.
Nice tackle. Is that Gillen out there again? Yep.
Looks like 42 caught that.
Yep. Crew Clemens.
Crew Clemens with the
5'9",
catch.
185-pound junior.
I believe that was a gain of 5, 6?
6 yards. And it looks like they are going to try and tie it up here at 10.
I think in a close game like that, that's probably the best idea here because it's going to come down to who has the ball last, I think.
Yep. Nice boot, end over end, and we are tied at 10 at the 7:13 mark of the second quarter, 10-10.
Nice 20-yard field goal. We got a kicking clinic tonight.
Yep, you're right. That was Mike Snur again on the kick. 6'3", 180-pound senior Brian Meitzner. Entertaining game.
Absolutely, and
You're
I
getting
think
your money's worth here tonight if you're a fan coming in here. Huh? But tonight also is kind of a nice night. We had our youth football players welcome the players on the field here tonight. They
what an experience for them.
Oh yeah, yeah. They were so excited, almost too excited. As I'm walking into the stadium tonight, I mean, they're running all around and they're doing all the things. I couldn't believe it. They're acting like middle school kids in that. I mean, what's up with that, huh? I mean, it's like, can't you guys just stand here quietly and wait for you? No.
I think a little bit was the music and then Coach Ackley clapping them up, getting them fired up for that.
Yeah. But it's so cool because, I mean, that's the future of your program right there. I mean,
they're looking up to these guys.
Them, absolutely, and also I know I was in the Monroe Grove system and that having even younger kids partner with varsity players and JV players and that's really can be a cool experience. All right, so here we go. 10-10 tie, 7:13 left to go till halftime. Meitzner to kick off. Oh, this time he's going to do a low skimmer. Field it back on the 11-yard line. And this is Andrew Kelly.
Got a lot of speed.
Oh, yes, he does. Turning the corner. Got to beat one guy. Ooh. Andrew Kelly. Speed, speed, speed. Maybe you could help me out. What about the state track meet last year?
I believe, did he take...
It was something I
believe it was second in state.
Could have been.
I think.
Yeah, he's a speedster for sure.
It was one of the players that Coach Willicat was discussing to look out for.
Yep.
A lot of speed for McFarland this year on the outside.
Yep. 6 foot 1 inch, 191-pound junior. Just a great all-around athlete. All right, so here we go. I will say one thing, and I don't want to jinx them, but just no turnovers.
The last time you said
that,
I know,
two of them. Cooper Kennedy, quick throw.
Taking a shot.
Throw. Oh,
there
and
you
there
go.
we go. Dayton Gillen, about 21 yards.
Yep.
Boy, I like that play too. They really, I think Coach Willicat really likes that, using the tight end over the middle.
Well, I think that's been open all day with how they're filling up the box.
Right.
You run a little post route right there, and it's a perfect pass to Gillen right there.
Lodi's being pretty aggressive, too, with their backers. They got them up pretty tight, so that time Gillen just slid in behind them, and nice throw by Cooper Kennedy.
Absolutely. McFarland only with about 43 yards
there
rushing.
Goes Gillen again. Get him out there one-on-one. They got about 4 yards on that.
Gillen with 4 catches, 46 yards, blowing his total out of the water from last week of 1 catch for 3 yards.
Right.
And knowing who he is as a competitor, seeing him on the basketball court, you got to think he really wanted an opportunity to help this team win tonight.
You better believe it. Boy, I saw him last season, just make some spectacular athletic plays.
I think there was a game
I
saw.
Here we go again.
I think
this time it's to Dyer.
There he goes.
Turn the corner. Turn it on, baby. Whoa,
he's in.
Nelly. Did he get in?
He got him in.
They're talking about it. And they're going to give him a touchdown, a 40-yard pass play.
Wow. Look at this.
I said, as Keith Jackson used to say,
Whoa,
Nelly. Boy, did he turn it on there.
It's like the screenplay we were just talking about to try and open up that hole. Wow.
And that was number 5, Owen Brunig, trying to push him out and could not do it. Boy, was that determination. Brandon Dyer. Boy, he was not going to be stopped. Oh, boy. And we had, I think that was a bad exchange or something with a snap. And that could be an important missed extra point. You know, sometimes you see that happen. Everybody gets all excited and, a touchdown on that, and you forget. You got to refocus and get ready for that extra point. That is so important.
Exactly, especially with a lot of these guys playing
Yes.
both ways. They got a lot to think about after a play like that. They're fired up. It's like you said earlier. It's all about that next play, executing that play.
The most important play is the next one. But anyways, I'm sure the Spartans are going to take that. Wow, they are moving the ball well tonight. So it looks like a pretty good game plan put together by whoever our offensive coordinator is. I can't. Well, Pete,
a little bit of a sharp mind. and really, honestly, we saw it at the beginning of the game. We were trying to attack it up the middle with the run plays, up the middle with Zadra, with Dyer.
Pound.
Yeah, their linebackers are stopping it. We've spread it out a little bit, gave Cooper, a little bit of time, just enough to make those plays. And you've seen it, 5 for 6, 86 yards and a touchdown. That big play to Dyer there. Let him just get out in space and use that speed that McFarland has.
Yep. And they definitely have some speed, I'll tell you. Dyer, that's 2 big catches or 2 runs, big plays tonight for him. And so tonight, maybe it's his night to shine. Last week it was Travis Zadra's night to shine. What a nice problem to have, huh?
I was just gonna say,
have 2 guys that
you can trust.
Yes, right. Up the gut. That's Clemens. And he returned that ball about 25 yards. Folk got that down to about the 5-yard line.
So this is a big drive for Lodi there after giving up a couple big plays. Their rushing game really came alive in that last drive they had there. Let's see if they keep Mason Lane, the ball in his hands, see what kind of plays he can make.
Right, because the definition of a playmaker, for sure. We got 6:35 left till halftime. Plenty of time for Lodi. Handoff, nice pursuit.
Good pressure. About 5 names there that were helping on that tackle.
I just heard the announcer say, tons of Spartans in the backfield. That's about what it was,
And who had that carry on the last?
We'll have to see who's in the backfield. I know 73, Aaron Thompson is in the middle of that line, a 6'2", 200 70-pound junior. I like to mention as many names as we can because, doggone all, these kids are practicing and putting a lot of time in that, so let's recognize them.
Absolutely.
Oh, staying low again. Thompson got in there again. Wow. He shed the blocker and just took a nice angle right to the ball carrier.
Another loss at 3.
Yep. Boy, quick off the ball. Nice job, Aaron. Got Thompson. Who else we got in there? Number 62. Brevid Roth is in there. He's a guard on the offense also, 5'9", 240-pound sophomore.
Some may not believe it, but I think momentum there. After you see your offense put together a drive like that, defense just gets fired up to get back on the field.
Yep. Want to keep it going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that was a great call.
Ooh.
And who was that? That was Poles, wasn't it? I think that was Brady Poles, 10, 15. That was about a 18-yard gain that time. Boy, was that set up nice. You know, and it's kind of unfortunate. Nobody dropped back or realized it because, again, everybody, you saw how deep. They let our whole line go in.
And he finished that run hard there.
Yes, he did. Tough kid.
Saw a little bit of exchange with the ref saying, hey, let's make sure we're staying, you know, on the sportsmanship
I'm
side of
glad
the
you
ball.
pointed that out because I have to say you stop that right away or you throw the flag right away.
Right.
You know, there's no place for that stuff in high school athletics, nor do I think any athletics.
Right.
But, oh, boy, he's got plenty of time. Oh, beautiful pass.
Wow.
What a great catch. Wow.
About a 32-yard gain there. Yeah, you can see here he's got.
Who was that? Was that?
He's got all the time in the world. Throws it up. Number 6.
Okay, and that.
Remy Burns.
Was that number 6?
Yes.
That was Jace Kalinsky then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, Jace Kalinsky. I mean, boy, he's another great athlete for them. Boy, what a great catch. First down from the McFarland 19 and right up the gut on first down for about a 6-7 yard gain on first down. I believe that's Poles again.
Poles with 24 yards today on 8 carries.
Boy, and I'll tell you, talk about this didn't take much time. That's about 2.5 minutes to almost go the length of the field here for Lodi. Big plays have had a big part of this game tonight on both sides, haven't they?
I was just
running
gonna
and
say
passing.
That. Right. It hasn't been one-sided.
No,
it hasn't been one way on the offense. So
fake to Poles. Oh, touchdown. Boy, was that a nice play. They spread it out. And
I believe that was a 11-yard touchdown.
Yep. And that was to number 6, Jace Kalinsky. 11-yard touchdown. Boy, beautiful play. He had 2 people open on this side. Short. Yeah, it went over.
That's good.
It went over the head of Crew Clemens, who, thank God, didn't jump up and try and catch that thing. Now, here's the big extra point. Let's see what happens here. Do they take a 1-point lead because of our missed one, or are we tied? Oh. Boy, I'm going to tell you what. Brandon Dyer almost blocked that extra point. Gosh, he was so close to that. Well, so now we see the importance, don't we, of that kick game.
Yeah, that missed extra point could come back to haunt us.
Every point is so important.
Yeah, I think on that drive, Mason Lane, I believe he was 3 for 4.
Nice picture, thanks guys, of Lodi student section. They brought a lot of students down here tonight. If you look at that, that's fairly good.
Absolutely.
For a student crowd.
Yeah,
seems though school hasn't even started yet. So.
Exactly. And it's not a short drive from Lodi.
No, it's not a short drive.
No, but going back to it, Mason Lane was 3 for 3 on that drive for 61 yards, including that 11-yard touchdown to Kalinsky.
That's excellent. See, again, like I said, you are I'll have to make a comment here. I just got a wonderful, people text once in a while during games and that, and I love it. We love any feedback you want to give us. Here's a squib crick one. And smart play. Just cover it up, fall on it. Decent position, 29-yard line. Don't try and pick it up or do anything silly with it. That's recovered by Luke Rux on the 29-yard line. All right, let's see. We got 3:42 left to go here in the first half.
Big spot
see
for
if the
McFarland.
Spartans can get back down. I can tell you with Mason Folk's leg, if they can get down, he's capable of putting through a long 3-point field goal.
And let's not forget that Lodi will start with the ball in the second half.
Yes.
So big drive here for McFarland.
Yep. Kennedy.
Tried the option.
Again, when in doubt, just don't make the mistake. Boy, that was number 74. That was Henry Copeland again. I already mentioned his name. 6'1", 275.
He did.
That's a little difference between Cooper Kennedy,
He did.
who is 5'11", 175. So it's about a 100-pound difference there.
Right, and he did make that play, but I think the real play of that, because they're trying to set up the option there, number 39, again, Brady Poles.
Brady Poles.
He stayed committed to his man.
Yep. With so many plays, you just have to stay in your lane or throw it up. Trying to get it to Kelly. Just an overthrow on that. Good coverage that time by number 3, Paxton Krugman.
So big play here for McFarland with only 2 minutes and 56 seconds left.
Wow.
They got about a 3rd and 19. See if they can get a little chunk yardage, get a good punt just to flip the field.
You're right, because we're still at 2:56, and I can tell you with Lodi's weapons, in particular Mason Lane, who can throw it, run it, whatever. I mean, boy.
Worst case scenario, you could go into halftime down 7, down really 8 actually, and them getting the ball to start as well.
Yeah, that would not be the scenario we want to see. Oh, yes. Get the corner. All right. Got, I'm going to say about a 10-yard gain on that, but it's going to bring up 4th and 7. And he also ran out of bounds, so that stopped the clock at 2:49 left in the first half. So
another explosive player there.
Yep.
Brandon Dyer, 5 carries with 42 yards tonight. Leading rusher for McFarland. Adding in 1 catch for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Okay. Mason, got to get a big boot off. Not the best. Get a good bounce. Oh, and it got out of bounds around the 39, 40-yard line. That's kind of giving Lodi half-decent field position here.
Yeah, 60 yards to go here with 2:41 left. You know, as we've gone, we've talked about the running game. We've talked about Mason Lane. We've talked about their playmakers. With this much time,
we talked a lot about stuff, and a lot of people would say sometimes, Cather, you talk a lot about nothing. So thank God you're on board here. Again, this is Mr. Eric J. Lackey. Should be calling you Dr. Lackey, I think, here, because, boy, you're making this really a great telecast. I can't thank you enough.
No, I appreciate that.
9 yards on first down.
I will say so myself that you are filling in for the legend John Wells tonight beautifully.
Did you hear that, John? That was Mason Lane for 9 yards on first down.
And I believe Lodi has all 3 timeouts left. Yep, they do. So time shouldn't be an issue for them here.
All right, and we are headed to, we're 2 minutes left till halftime here. 17-16, Lodi in the lead. Lane to pass. Good coverage by the secondary. Oh, but look at Lane. I mean, he is such a threat. And again,
about 14 yards.
Yep.
That's 7 carries for 70 yards, 10-yard average.
Yeah, do you think he could possibly be in the category of being called all-purpose.
Without a doubt.
I think that's something.
Without a doubt.
Look it up in Wikipedia, and you might see his picture there if it's
might see some of
a
his
Lodi
teammates.
Wikipedia.
Right.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 40-yard line. 1:51 left in the first half. Lane, handoff up the gut. About 6 yards on first down.
I believe that was Brady Poles with the carry. He's got 9 carries for 30 yards tonight. And a few defensive plays on top of that.
Yep. Spreading it around between he and Kyler Clemens. Said they got 2 quality backs to go with a heck of a quarterback.
You could say they have 3 quality backs
yes,
back there.
Absolutely.
It's almost like the typical college quarterback who can throw and run.
Yep. Oh, and here he goes again. Little ball fake up there. Nice tackle that time by number 7, Tegan O'Brien.
You see Lodi take a timeout here to stop the clock.
We have a buck 7. 1 minute and 7 seconds left till halftime. Boy, and I think Spartans could almost use a little break here. I think that getting a little winded just chasing Mason Lane all over the field. I have to tell you, in all the years of doing this too, I can't tell you how many teams come in here with just kind of what we would call a stud quarterback or something that goes both ways. And if they're multifaceted like that, I mean, that's really hard to defense because you set up a defense to, in this case, to stop the 2 quality running backs that Lodi has. But then Mason Lane has got more yardage than either one of them, plus he can throw the ball. And if you shut down those 2, I mean, it's like a triple threat every doggone time. And, I mean,
it puts a lot on your linebacking core, like you said earlier. You probably got someone spying him the entire game.
You have to almost spy him, and you really have to, I mean, for my limited football knowledge that I have, but, I mean, you have to stay in your lanes and do your assignments. You can't.
Right.
You know, because what they do is they always try and pull you out of what your responsibility is.
Exactly.
And then that's the gap or the space that somebody like Mason Lane will find, and he'll scrap whatever the play is, and he'll
pick up 11
himself.
right there, right.
Right.
And for the folks at home,
doesn't it sound great? I sound like I know what I'm really talking about.
Absolutely.
I just keep talking.
And when we say spy for the folks at home, that's someone who is keeping an eye and following
strictly
the quarterback.
Right. Uh-oh, throw it up, jump ball.
Incomplete.
Wow. That was close.
Great defensive play there by number 11.
Yep, that was Devin Colt.
Yeah.
Nice defensive play. And was that Sargent again?
No, it was.
No, that's number 3. That was Paxton Krugman. Boy, look at this on the replay. Look at the quality of that picture. I mean, I'll tell you what, and I'm going to share this with our staff right now. My son's watching in Mexico City right now. He said the quality of the picture in this production is excellent. And he's watching it in Mexico City right now, streaming it. So, hey.
We're worldwide.
Yep, we are. A wide world of sports. McFarland edition. Uh-oh, going to the end zone. Uh-oh. Did he catch up to it?
Wow.
No. Wait a second. Let's see that on replay.
I think they're calling that a touchdown.
They called that a touchdown. I want to see it on replay. Did he hold on to that long enough?
Looked like a
Boy, he was wide open. Then I thought our McFarland defender caught up with it. Let's see this.
Dayton Gillen there in coverage.
Tipped.
Wow.
Caught it. Down. Wow, and he held on to it. Wow.
26-yard touchdown.
Yep, with 53 seconds left in the first half. That is, boy, that's going to make such a difference. Like you said, Eric, at halftime too, because Lodi's going to get the ball at the start of the second half. So, I mean, it's just another possession they're getting, and that just, well, we're still in a one-possession ball game, 24-16. And now I guess just with 53 seconds left, I mean, my thinking is just don't get cute. Kind of finish out the first half. You're still 1 score away. Still in the ball game in that. And, gosh, the one thing you don't want to do here is turn the ball over, trying to do something, you know, if with 53 seconds, unless you get some kind of great field position on this kickoff return or something.
Yeah, I think you'll see a couple things could happen here with the kickoff.
I think they'll squib it, kind of. They'll kick a low runner.
Right, and if they get a good return out of it, if it picks up a little steam there and they could pick it up and, get 20, 30 yards, I think you'll see a different offense come out, a little more spread like we've been seeing lately to try and score. But I think if it's a squib kick and it stops there around the 20, I think Coach Ackley's just trying to get out of here, get to halftime with no harm done.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. That's why John has a tough time working with me, because I'm always patting myself on my own back, right? So.
Hey, I'll say it again. You're filling in great tonight for him. Absolutely.
Gotta have a lot of fun doing this.
I'm just waiting for the restaurant reference in Lodi.
That's right.
And what's good on the menu.
That's right. John, I'm sure, would point out a couple restaurants and say, hey, have you ever had the fries at this place? Or what a fish fry they have at this. He's got more stories. I'm sure he's got plenty of Lodi stories.
He's a legend, that's for sure. There's a squib like we talked about.
Get on that. Get on that. We don't know because it's on the far side to see what happened over there.
I think they threw a flag with it going out of bounds, but I wasn't sure how that works if people touch the ball.
Boy, I don't know
if you could
either.
still throw a flag on that.
That was very dangerous. Because look at the bounce back into play.
Because of this amazing replay, we could tell that no one did touch that ball.
I'm going to tell you what. I really thank my son for sending that in. I mean, that's pretty neat if you're watching it in another country.
Right.
Talking about the quality. But this is, we have really upped the ante here over the years with not just the picture, but the people that are putting this together.
Without a doubt.
Maybe we'll spend all halftime talking about our staff. Boom, boom, Boucher looking down at the field here. Yep, just going to kind of run it out here.
Yeah, they've kept Zadran in.
Yes, they have. He let 1 yard loss.
That's 7 carries for only 9 yards.
Yep. It's kind of a role reversal from last week with Dyer last week only getting 19 yards on 3 carries.
Right. Zadra
with 23 over 100, and tonight.
Yeah, you can see that they're just going to try and run out the clock here and just get to halftime. Hey, I'll say, 24-16 going into half. If you would have told me that, I would have said we got a pretty darn competitive game on our hands.
Yeah, we do. It's a one-possession game, right? And again, keep in mind, this is a quality Lodi team that we're looking at here tonight. So I will tell you, Eric, why don't you just give us a quick recap of the scoring in that second quarter, bring us up to halftime, and then when you're done, we're going to step out here for a little break, and
we'll be absolutely
back. So go ahead and just kind of give us a little scoring summary in that second quarter. And
so after the first quarter, it was tied 10-10. So then we saw the Brandon Dyer 40-yard touchdown reception with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Extra point was no good, so it made it 16-10. Then Lodi took over, and that was the lane drive that I talked about, where he had about 63 yards passing on that drive.
Yep.
That capped it off at 3 minutes and 44 seconds with an 11-yard touchdown to Kalinsky to make it, with the extra point good, to make it 17-16. So then, as we just saw, and I didn't get the name down, but Lane did connect on a 26-yard touchdown. Extra point was no good.
Oh, it's to Jace Kalinsky.
To Jace Kalinsky again.
Yep.
So that's 2 for him tonight.
Yep.
And that made the score 24-16. So if you give me a second, I can go over.
That's okay. You can total them up, and we can come back with some of those totals. Okay?
Perfect.
So what we're going to do here, this is Bill Big K. Cather and Eric J. Lackey. We're going to step out. Give us a chance here to kind of catch our breaths and take a little break. On the screen, you will be able to see the McFarland Palms, and I'm not sure if they're going to bring in our youth players. You'll be able to see a picture of them and enjoy halftime. And Eric and I will be back for the second half shortly. Thanks for watching, and we hope you're enjoying this telecast. right, this is Bill Cather. We're back for the second half, and I'll turn it over here to Eric J. Lackey to kind of give you a little short summary of what happened in the first half here. Go ahead, Eric.
Absolutely appreciate it. So a quick recap here of how we got to the 24-16 score. So in the first quarter, with 6:17 left, Mason Folk hit a 19-yard field goal to take the lead, making the score 3-0. Lodi then came back after a few turnovers. Kyler Clemens with a 3-yard touchdown run, and the extra point was good, with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first quarter, which made it 7-3. And then McFarland took the ball. Paul Morris with a 5-yard rushing touchdown with 37 seconds left in the first quarter, made it a 10-3 ball game. This is where Lodi showed their strength here in the next couple drives. With 3 minutes and 44 seconds left, quarterback Lane hit Kolinsky for an 11-yard touchdown, which made it 17-16. I missed one field goal there from Brian Meister, 20-yard field goal in the second quarter. And then McFarland, they had a 40-yard touchdown reception by Brandon Dyer. And then the final score of the half, it was Lane to Kolinsky again for 26 yards. Extra point was good. Made it 24-16. So leading rushers for Lodi, Mason Lane 8 carries for 81 yards. Brandon Poles 9 carries for 30 yards. Kyler Clemens 4 for 16, and a total of 1 touchdown on the ground. Mason Lane 7 of 10 for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Kolinsky, the leading receiver, 3 catches, 69 yards with 2 touchdowns. And for McFarland, in the first half, we had carries for 18 carries for 62 total yards and 1 touchdown. Cooper Kennedy was 5 for 7, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. And our leading receiver, Dayton Gillen, 4 catches for 46 yards.
Wow, you out of breath yet?
No,
huh?
Not yet.
It was like a.
I'm ready for the second half.
It was like a FedEx speed commercial.
Only
no,
missed
that
a few
was
scores
excellent.
there.
I'll tell you, that's another sign of how good our telecasts are. Tell me where else you're going to get stats like that. That's wonderful, Eric. Thank you very much. All right, second half kickoff. Very important here for this one. Oh, and look at that, baby. That
Beautiful
is
kick.
5 yards deep in the end zone. That's the Mason Folk that we know of, and the foot and the leg. That was a beauty. That's a good start. So let's hope now that the Spartan defense can. Maybe it's time for me to mention the word turnover again, huh?
Right, for our
Seems
favor.
as though it's kind of, it's kind of worked every time I mention it both ways. It's kind of happened, but.
And we saw there late in the second quarter, Lodi to start that little bit more of a read option. Mason Lane keeping the ball when he was looking outside, and I think he had a total of almost 40 yards there in the second quarter just by himself on the ground.
Right. All right, here we go. Mason Lane. Trying to see if is that Clemens or Poles in the back. Oh,
the pitch.
Pitch back number 2, Keegan Fleischman. But pretty well defense there by the Spartans. Only about a 4-yard pickup on kind of almost the end around.
Fun fact, that's actually a pass that we've seen quarterbacks in the NFL do.
If it goes forward, it is. But well defense, I think, by the Spartans, only giving up 3 yards. And that's I'm going to say, a perfect example of holding your position, staying in your lane. They didn't go with the flow. They didn't get fooled by the misdirection in that. And nice job by the defenders on that play.
I'm sure that was a message in there.
2nd and 7. Lane holding the ball, rolling right, finds a little gap.
Good tackle.
Nice tackle by Morris and.
Is that number 30?
Morris, yep, and that would be Cade Brooks. Yep, so we are coming up to, that was a first down. Picked up 8 yards on the carry. All right, time for the stop right here. God, what a beautiful night, huh?
Couldn't ask for better.
You can't ask for, this is perfection right here.
This is a perfect Friday night football
Yes,
night.
it is. All right, and I think we're going to have a procedure play. They're whistling it before he even gets tackled. that flag went right away. So I don't know what it was, whether it was procedure or offside McFarland.
I bet you there was a receiver that was supposed to cover a tight end or.
Let's see.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
I'm patting myself on the back because it was a McFarland offside. And who said that?
You did.
Hold it. My camera crew is going, they're not giving me any credit here. They're saying, hey, quit patting yourself on the back, right?
You're supposed to be called turnovers, not penalties.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Hey, do a little bit of everything here, I guess, huh?
Yeah, someone must have
Nothing
been
really
lined
good,
up.
just a little bit of everything average, I
Right.
guess. So that's what makes these telecasts fun. All right, Mason Lee in the backfield. Second, 1st and 5. Oh, and right up the gut. Boy, that was a strong run. I believe that was Clemens that time. Yes, it was. Boy, that was a tough run that time.
Yeah.
Kyler Clemens.
I believe gain of 6.
I think so, 6, 7 yards. First down at the McFarland, or no, at their own 40, at the Lodi 46-yard line. It looks maybe like Lodi wants to kind of maybe go back to pound it a little bit.
Control the clock.
Control the
tempo.
clock, yep, run some time off the clock and that. They're trying to keep their slate clean on the year. Like I said, last week they won 37-0 over Martin Luther.
And this could be a big drive for them, too. I mean,
Yes,
they could go
it
up
can.
2 scores here.
Right.
It's got a guy wide open.
And an overthrow.
Wow.
Good defense that time, too. Coming back by Andrew Kelly. Again, I can tell you what happens. These receivers are getting behind our defenders, but boy, we've got good speed and in the safety position and the cornerbacks in that, and they are making up ground every time that ball goes in the air.
Absolutely. A little bit of a question of decision-making there.
Yep.
Chase Kolinski was wide open on the sideline. It probably would have been an automatic touchdown. So good play there for McFarland.
That's good.
All right,
Thank
let's
you.
see what we can do here on second
Yep.
down.
2nd and 10. And here we go. All right. That was about a 6-yard pickup that time.
By none other
Than
Mason Lane. It's just amazing to see what he's done tonight. I mean, he's got 161 yards passing, which, again, in
You
this
think he
area
might
you
have
don't see
a,
much.
yeah.
But 91 yards rushing, 95 yards rushing on 10 carries. I mean,
maybe he's got a hot tub in his backyard, and if he does, I'll tell you, be going back and spending some time in there.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
boy, I'll tell you, he's taking a lot of hits here tonight.
He's just gotten up
Both
each
sides
time.
of the ball. Yep, and there goes Clemens again, and it's going to be close, but he got just enough. Picked up 5 yards on that play, so we're going to have 1st and 10. Lodi at the McFarland 43-yard line.
And let's not forget, too, Lodi's playmakers. I mean, you got the 2 running backs and the quarterback in the backfield. They are also starting on defense, making plays in that linebacking core.
Yep. And the other thing we have to keep in mind, they are all juniors.
Yes.
So they are all back next year also. That'd be a nice core of kids to have.
Without a doubt.
Here's Lane again, rolling right. Oh, and look at that. Devin Culp.
The play.
Wow,
he
can we
needed.
get that on replay? Well timed, and there again. Number 5, Owen Brunig was open, but boy, did Culp ever close quick? Stepped right in front, closed the distance, and what a beautiful interception. Look at Coach Ackley.
The first one.
Boy,
there,
he was nice vertical, Coach Ackley.
He still got it.
God, he does. I'll tell you, that goes back to his high school days. What a vertical. But boy, Culp, great play, Devin.
Yeah, that was a great
Boy.
route by the receiver, and he just undercut that throw for the second
interception of Lane
Yep.
tonight, right?
Yep, Gillen with the first and Culp with the second.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice cutback, Zadra.
That's going to be a big thing for McFarland here in the second
Got about
half.
7 yards. Be second down and 3.
Zadra came in after the first half with only 7 carries and 16 yards when last week he averaged 4.6 yards a carry, 106 yards. That's going to be something where if they're going to win this game, he's got to be involved.
We have an injury timeout, so I'm going to take a couple minutes here. First off, I have to apologize to our staff because we need to recognize these guys. I mean, all the hours and setup and breakdown after this game, but then just look at the quality of pictures, the replays, the graphics, I've got one of the camera guys right now just patting himself on the back. Here, let me pat you on the back too, okay? So a double pat. But no, these guys have just been great, and they've been doing this for years. We got BB. Benny Becks is off to my left. Off to my right. Here we go. Nick. Boom, boom, Boucher. On the board in his final game here tonight, we have Patrick. Hasty, tasty. And again, the mastermind, the bearded wonder, Andrew Day, putting this whole production together tonight. In the absence of the queen, Stephanie Miller. I'll tell you what, we're doing a great job tonight, guys. Everything is just, when you're getting compliments from international places and that, we get comments from parents. This is just great. I got positive comments from our former past Hall of Fame athletic director, Mr. Brad Minter, is at home enjoying the broadcast. It's special. It's so much fun for us to do this and bring memories for these kids. It's all about the kids. All right, back to action here. But thanks, guys. Our staff is just wonderful. Airing it out. Kelly, stop and go. He's got it. He's gone. Whoa! Nettie! Wow, did Kelly ever turn it on? No penalty flags. Touchdown, McFarland. And we are a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Wow, you thought Coach Ackley had vertical on the interception.
Look at this throw, too.
Wow, oh, beautiful.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what did it, the separation that Kelly did. Little stop and go, a little hesitation.
Yes.
You saw that on the replay to kind of get just the defender, who was Peyton Paxton Krugman. He just got him to hesitate a second. Boy, that burst of energy of Kelly, and away he went. And I'll tell you, Cooper Kennedy, what a throw. Beautiful throw. And he let him run underneath it.
And the thing about that is exactly what you just said. He threw the ball, and he threw him open. He was covered. He just let the air out.
Let him adjust to it. You know?
Right, and he got under it in stride for that 67-yard touchdown. And I believe we had a timeout here.
Yeah, they're discussing whether or not to go for 2 here, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. Do you want to do it now, or we've got a lot of bobbleheads up here saying yes. Nobody's saying anything, just bobbleheads going, yep.
When you almost have I know he missed one tonight, but a leg like Folk there, it's kind of hard to pass up the almost automatic points. But
well, I guess maybe here, because still a field goal would put you ahead, even if they misfire on this. So I think this comes down to, let's see what our OC, Coach Willicott, maybe is going to draw up here to. Maybe this is where a little trickeration, huh?
Maybe
putting a lot of pressure on our offensive coordinator here, huh?
Right. Get everything out of that bag of tricks. Here we go.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to say that this is going to be Cooper Kennedy's going to roll out, and let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I think getting him out in space will be good. Jump ball. He's got it.
Oh, yes. Beautiful pass. Boy, did Cooper put that up in the air. That was pass interference.
Let's wait and see. Make sure. Make sure that it wasn't offensive pass interference.
Nope.
Yeah, it looks like it's
just absolutely perfect. Thrown.
There we go.
Can we get that on replay again?
Yeah, this is the classic jump ball.
There we go again, our excellent replay. Look at this. Up in the air. Jump ball again. That's Dayton Gillen.
Putting it up where
There's
only
your
his
athlete.
receiver can get it.
That
Wow.
is just, wow. That's as good as it gets. That's what my son said watching down in Mexico City, and that is as good as it gets. The reception, the pass,
How about the drive in general?
and the replay.
Oh, wow.
Perfection.
Wow.
Yeah.
67-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Kelly, and then throwing it up to his one of his most athletic guys on the team, Dayton Gillen.
Yep.
Where he can go up there and grab
That's
that for
what
the
you
2
got to do
points.
it at any and all level is, hey, you take your athletic person and get them one-on-one with somebody and say, hey, make a play. And Cooper Kennedy, perfect pass, put it up there. So it was going to be Dayton or nothing on that.
Right, and let's talk about Cooper Kennedy quick here.
Yes.
Last week, tough game, 9 for 23, 101 yards.
Right.
Tonight, 6 for 8, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 1 for 40 yards and 1 for 67. So he's having a great offensive
And
night.
last year I saw him. He struggled a lot during last season, and it was always at the start of the game you could kind of sense if he got off to a slow start, then it just never quite came
compounded,
back.
right.
And that, yeah. And this year, this is great. You hit those first couple of passes, and you can just see the. Oh, that was Paul.
Oh, Coach Ackley can't handle himself.
Paul.
Wow. What a hit. What a hit.
Do I call him a bridge abutment?
Wow.
That was like just running into a
Let's check the replay
solid
here.
concrete bridge abutment, and boom.
Wow. And you got
Wow,
Kyler
and then
Clemens.
driving him
Wow.
back, too. Oh, my goodness.
He's 5'8", 170 pounds, and you had another player, Paul Morris, 6 foot, 205 pounds.
Leading tackler last
Wow.
year, I think, and now starting off this year, too.
That was
He is a
great
force.
tackle. Wow.
Woo.
Now that's really, after that offensive series and then that tackle right there,
Yes.
your defense
Now
has
you got
got to
Mo.
be fired up.
You got momentum right now, so keep it going. In motion is Sargent, and up the gut. Okay. About 3 yards on first down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Brady Pauls with 10 carries and 33 yards tonight.
Way below his average.
Right, last week he's 12 for 101 yards.
Yep.
So McFarland overall, we'll take Mason Lane out of the equation. The other 2 running backs are really holding in check. Clemens, 13 carries, 74 yards last week. He's got 6 carries for 17 yards tonight.
Huh.
And as we just said with Pauls, 10 for 33.
Doesn't get any better than that, stat man.
Hey, I got you to thank for that.
And there's Pauls
Oh,
again.
wow.
Yeah, gang tackled. Boy, you can just see the energy level kind of picking up.
And it's the whole team because,
Yep.
you said gang tackle. You got the first guy hit, and then you got, boom,
The
2,
whistle
3,
didn't blow
4.
yet, so
right.
keep coming. You're right.
And that's what you really need to hold this running offense in check.
Right. So do you like this stat sheet here?
Oh, I was extremely
I
impressed.
brought along my stat sheet that I usually use here, and I tried to twist Eric's arm and said, if you want to use this, you can. And,
It's genius. Let me just
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? When was the last time I was called a genius? I'm going to hear about that from some of our viewers around town.
The next time out, I'm going to detail this out so the folks at home can really understand what I'm looking at here.
All right. 3rd and 6. Big play. Again, we got Lane loose.
There we go. Oh, he got it.
Did he get it?
No.
Hit the ground.
Great play
Wow.
there. Who tipped that?
No, it might have been
Was it Brandon Dyer? No, I think Brandon Dyer almost had the interception.
Yeah, he did. I think it was number 54. I think it was Westfall that might have tipped that.
34.
It was
no,
34?
54. You're
It
right.
was 54.
Yes.
Westfall. Let's
Yep,
give
good
credit
call.
where. That's only the second time we've called his name tonight, but boy, let's give credit where credit's due. Great pursuit that time by Caden Westfall, 6'4", 265-pound junior. A lot of underclassmen on both teams here. Boy, and is that big to stop them down here.
That's
momentum.
It's like in baseball when you go and put up a crooked number, you want your pitcher to go out there, put up a 0. That's exactly what the defense did there.
Nope, Cooper Kennedy tried to field that out of bounds.
Let's make sure he
And he
stays focused on
misfired.
throwing it.
Yeah, you don't want him over there trying to field it. And hurt a finger or something.
But hey, he's having fun. Let's let the kids play a little bit, but still make sure you don't get hurt.
This should be fun. Huh?
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Come on, you can do better out there, can't you?
So
no, that's what I like about it. I think you see both sides.
Yes.
I've seen good signs of sportsmanship out here too. Guys helping others up off the field after plays.
From either team, yep.
Tapping each other on the helmet, on a good play or something, and that's what you want to see. And that comes from good coaching too, because they model that, they expect that, and that gets into your team, and that's what you want.
Well, I think it goes to the teachers too that they see every day, and then obviously back home as well, just raising good.
I'll take that, being
generals.
a former teacher also. So, procedure. I think we had yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk as if I know what I'm saying. I think it was the left guard.
Left guard stood up just a little too soon.
Don't replay that, because then people will question us on it, right?
You're like, wait, does it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I've said this a lot tonight, but big opportunity here for McFarland.
Oh, huge.
They were down 8 coming out of half. It's tied 24-24.
And not getting the ball first.
Right, exactly. Huge stop, huge plays on offense. Now they have a chance here to take the lead and put together a nice drive. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, Kelly again.
Oh, what
Kelly!
a pass!
He's gone.
He's got one guy to beat. He's
and
in!
a great spin move.
Wow!
And what a great move coming down. And again, no penalty flags. And again, as Keith Jackson used to say, whoa, Nelly, wow.
A 57-yard touchdown.
Plays. This is really, boy, people, this is where the price of admission tonight.
Wow. That throw was beautiful. He had a guy up.
Beautiful, but look at the move here.
Oh, my goodness.
Athletic move. Yep, knew he had a little spin move, 2 spin moves.
Wow.
Kept his feet and then into the end zone. Wow. I'll tell you what, some of these McFarland kids are showing their athleticism, and the all-important extra point, my folk, is good. And wow, a little halftime speech.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yep. But not only a coach can only say so much, you have to have leadership on the field. And you have to have kids talking each other up, encouraging each other, and you've got to maintain that. And I think that's what we're seeing too, is I watch things off the ball too. I watch the sideline and that. You got guys jumping into each other,
Slapping hands, they're just fired
up.
up.
So, I mean, it's like a total team concept that you're seeing here. And just imagine, now the thing is, keep it going.
Exactly.
Now you've got the lead. Don't be satisfied with, saying, well, hey, now we can relax just a little bit because we got the lead back in that. Because I can tell you, as soon as you do, Lane or Pulls or Clemens are going to be gone, or they'll throw past Kolinsky, and boom, we'll be back in a tie game again that quick. So.
And how about the adjustment, too? Early in the game, and you made mention how McFarland was trying to run the ball. And, they made a little bit of an adjustment to try and take these deep shots, and it's worked out for them so far.
Well, I'll tell you, because we got some speed along with athletes, too.
Right.
And the way to do that is spread them out.
And just another great coverage here on the kickoff.
Could we send this tape to Green Bay? Please, can we send this up to Green Bay and they can see how you defend kicks?
Right, right.
Special teams.
I mean, it's perfect. Everyone's staying in their lane, and then they're collapsing at the right time. And it's not just one person. I don't know, except for the last kickoff, that was a big hit.
I like this.
It's multiple people getting in on the tackle to make sure that they get them down.
High school kids instructing professionals, supposed professionals.
The fundamentals.
I like this Coach Ackley down here, got the student section all fired up, trying to clap, and them going. Laying back, here it goes. He just threw it away.
Careful. Yep. Yeah, all right.
He was being pressured very much that time.
McFarland doing a really nice job
pressure
tonight.
came that time from Luke Rux.
So an update on Mason Lane. He's 8 for 15, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 costly interceptions so far.
And last week he was 8 for 15 for 81 yards.
Right.
So, yeah, they've kind of, and you want to know what these are? These are coverage problems that are coming up for Lane right now. They've kind of, they had some early breakdowns, and that's why the big plays came early in the first half.
But you talked about the speed for McFarland. They're out there on the outside covering. It's been great.
Uh-oh. Is that Pulse? No, that's Clemens. Wow, that was 15 yards. 15 yards, and that was Clemens.
7 carries for 32 yards tonight.
And this isn't good. Culp limping off the field. That's not a good sign. You just hope he kind of just walk that off. Yep, we got our trainer, the best trainer in high school athletics, Jay Hansen.
He is
and
great.
The comment that most kids really struggle with is when somebody will say, go see Jay. Because then they know they're not going to participate until Jay gives them the okay.
Right.
We always joke around about that. Go see Jay. And they go, no, I'll be okay. All right, Lane. Oh, way too much time. And there's Rux again, but he picked up about 8 yards, 6 yards. 6 yards, so we'll have a 2nd and 4. We're at 5:37 left in the third quarter. Again, 31-24. Spartans over the Lodi Blue Devils. We have Blue Devils also in the Rock Valley Conference. The Evansville Blue Devils.
Ah, that's right.
Yep. Boy, just a wealth of high school sports knowledge, huh? Boy, Clemens, tough run.
Wow.
Boy, and he almost lost that ball popping out of there. That was 5-10, well, 14 yards on that for Clemens. What's he at right now?
8 for 46 for tonight.
He's 8 for 6. What about Poles?
Poles 11 carries, 31 yards, and then Lane 11 carries for 101 yards.
I'm going to tell you what. I think McFarland would take that, holding those two guys.
Absolutely.
Under 50 yards so far in this game.
Well, I mean,
because those are two quality running backs.
Right, absolutely. I mean, last week they totaled for 175 yards combined.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Say about a loss of 2.
Yep. That was Brett Schnell, 6 foot 1 inch, 189 pound junior.
Here's the replay.
That's what I had, isn't it? Number 52.
Yep,
Schnell?
number 52 right there all by himself. Just wrapped him up. Wow.
Yep.
What a play.
I like this, just being able to mention as many different kids as we can throughout this telecast and everything we do.
I've been counting on you on that.
Said kids, well, kids need to be recognized, I'll tell you. Can't believe how many hours they put in. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
and there
keeper.
goes Lane. Careful. Boy.
On a gain of 20.
Yep, 20 yards. That's how fast he can turn a game around.
Wow. Yeah.
Just can turn it just like that, one play, and all of a sudden you go from, a 2nd and long to, boom, first down and 20 yards further down the field.
And we've talked
These
about...
are two quality teams right now. I'd say I like this. This is really a very competitive game, two pretty evenly matched teams, and just a fun contest. What a great form of entertainment on a Friday night. This is what high school football should be about.
And McFarland's home opener.
Yep. Oh, and there goes Lane again. And that's going to be for about, looks like 5 yards. Sometimes, too, you take a kid, I'm sure, like Mason Lane, he goes, we're struggling, we're behind, momentum's on their side. Give the ball, I want the ball, well, it's going to be in his hand since he's a quarterback, but he's saying, I'll take charge of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to don't worry, guys, we're going to be okay. I'm going to
put the team on his back.
Yeah, that's right. That's not a cliche. I've never heard that before.
No.
Wow.
Just made it up.
That's great. I love that, Eric. We're very creative here.
Oh,
Missed in the backfield.
There you go.
And Clemens slammed to the ground after about a 1-yard gain. Nice defense that time.
yeah, tackle by number 70, Keats
Yep, Keats Dislin.
Dislin. There we go. Thank you for that.
And I've heard, don't call me a hybrid, call me a diesel. I heard that he would like that if I threw that in there. Big kid, 6'6", 275, senior.
Yep.
Yep, I called his name a lot last year, too, I know, along the line. Probably for the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's a big,
All right.
big part of the team.
Big 3rd down and 4. We're at 2:19 left in the 3rd quarter. Spartans up by 7, 31-24. There goes Lane. Oh, gosh. And again, he's just taken matters into his own hands.
Yep.
I mean, in the past, this is a pretty tough Spartan defense, and he's saying, hey, they're shutting down Poles and Clemens. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for Lodi. Boy, total yards passing and rushing are going to be well over 200 for Lane before we're done here.
I think we're close to 300.
Are we already?
Yeah.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, he's at 299 total
And
yards.
here he goes. And into
Wow.
the end zone, 8-yard touchdown run. Boy, and watch the effort on him. We need to get this on replay again. Just what? I mean, he is just saying, hey, put it in my hands. I'm going to get us back in this. Watch the effort that he has right here. Here we come. And watch the last stretch at the end here. Cuts up through the hole, tackled about the 4-yard line, and look at that extension, extending the ball in. I mean, wow. What an effort, and I can tell you, he's got to be getting close to exhausted.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I'm getting tired watching him. Although that isn't saying much. If you take a look at me, it doesn't take much for me to get tired. And we are knotted up. 1 minute and 33 seconds left in our 3rd quarter.
What a game.
And we are tied at 31. Wow. Hey, I can't tell you again just how much fun this is. Let me quick read this. McFarland Cable TV, Channel 982, is a function of the Village of McFarland and is producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance, desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, a phone call, etc., how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. The positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of media, the State Journal, the Thistle, Cable Channel 982, and our website, which again is youtube.com/McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support.
Yeah, I also want to take a chance to say a special thank you to our Spartan sponsors. I'll get about half of them here before the kick.
Yeah, that's okay. You can do it real quick.
Baker Tilly, Bob's Copy Shop, Credo Product Development, Culver's of McFarland, Danchin Homes and Real Broker, LLC, Devos Law Firm, LLC, Edward Jones, Joe Mutig, Edward Jones, Tyler Weddle, Fairway Independent Mortgage Company, Jason Weber, 5-Star Painting, Gingerbread House Preschool, Gunnarsson Funeral Home, Ken's Automotive. And we'll get the rest here at the next time out. Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, we thank you all. And people, when you go into these local businesses, make sure you thank them for their support of McFarland Athletics and the McFarland School District.
Absolutely. Good play there by Colt to get on top, or to snag that ball out
Well,
of
you
the
better
air.
believe it, because if that got over just the top of him,
Yep.
I can tell you, McFarland, I don't think was looking for the onside kick there.
And I think Lodi is really understanding that McFarland has a ton of speed back there on the kick return, and they're trying to take that out of the ball game. Almost like Devin Hester for the Bears years ago, where people would kick it away from him on purpose.
Wow, I like that. That's a name out of the past.
I'm a big Bears fan, so.
We need somebody to substitute
Yeah,
here.
right.
You just surrendered your headset, I think, here, Eric. Isn't that a lot of fun, people? And I'm working alongside a Bears fan.
I'm still wondering who's going to be quarterback, so it's okay.
How about Mitch Trubisky? He did a nice job for it. Oh, that's right. He's not there anymore, is he?
Steeler City.
Yep. Because they want to go nowhere. Boy, that's
a good play there by Lodi.
Yep, you want to try and get a little more than 1 yard on first down, 2nd and 9. You know, like we said, Eric, boy, McFarland, you don't want to, you got up by that touchdown, and Lodi came back on the shoulders of quarterback Mason Lane. Boy, you can just feel it. If they all of a sudden Lodi holds here, then maybe they're thinking we got the mole back.
Right, you can't settle. You got to
right?
foot on the gas.
Series. Sadra, nice kind of cutback delay, but about 3 yards. So we're going to have a 3rd down and 6. And we'll have about one more play here in the 3rd quarter. We're at 40 seconds left. Gillen coming back on the field. Kyle Cuso coming back on the field. And Andrew Kelly on the field.
Bringing the speed back out.
And on the other side, Devin Culp. So we've got 4 speedy threats here.
Lodi seems a little confused.
And you know what's important here? The line. They got to give him some time.
Right.
To throw.
Yeah, they may just let this run out.
I don't know if they can.
No, they won't. Someone called a timeout.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see if this timeout proves to be what was needed here.
So I want to go back to our Spartan sponsors.
Go ahead and finish up those sponsors because that's important that we recognize
them. So Lakestone Properties, Maine Moon, McFarland Ace Hardware, Nelson's Bus Service, they're hiring, One Community Bank in McFarland, Rosen Ford, Rosen Nissan of Madison, Schramm Realty Group, SG Insurance, Spartan Nutrition, and State Farm Insurance by Jim Hartman. Thank you all so much.
Yep. And I truly mean that. People use those places in our community. Shop local as much as you can. I just think that's so important. And again, give them some recognition because, boy, I'll tell you what, and you can see their signs posted up too around the field as you come in here.
Yeah.
And that, and it's just, that's what should make communities like McFarland so special because you're trying to unite everybody, and it doesn't matter whether you're an old senior citizen like myself still in this community or you're new to the community or something else. Let's welcome everybody in and make our school district really strong and the focal point of this.
Especially after the last couple of years, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Oh.
And he overthrew. Kelly, I don't know how far that he was going to have to put a good move on.
Yeah. It would have been close with his speed.
Because Krugman was closing real quick on that. So. All right. Well, we shall see now. 5 seconds. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter, and then I'm going to have you give us a little summary.
Perfect.
Of what happened in the 3rd quarter. All right, we need a good kick here out of Mr. Folk. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. And mishandle.
Just keeps going. Oh, what a bounce. I've never understood that play of going after the ball there once it stopped.
Especially back over your shoulder, over your head.
Yep.
Wow. And what happened? Why are they bringing the ball?
Oh, we got an injured Spartan over there on the sideline.
We are bringing the ball out to where? That ball didn't go into the end zone.
I'm interested to see if someone may have touched it on McFarland that caused it to be down at the 15.
Oh, I see. They're just picking up the ball, I think, to take it down to the other end of the field at the end of the quarter. Because that ball, that was Sargent who finally just fell on it about the 1 yard line.
Right.
Could we pull that up on replay again and just see kind of what happened here, and maybe we'll get an answer to it. replay. Replay, maybe.
So while we wait for that, I'll go through the scoring recap there in the
go
third
ahead.
quarter.
Yep, please do.
So McFarland, after stopping Lodi, came out with a 67-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Kennedy to Dayton Gillen. To Andrew Kelly at the 7-minute, 53-second mark. And then the 2-point conversion on a jump ball to Dayton Gillen made it a 24-24 ball game. And then after getting a big stop on the next defensive series, McFarland got the ball back, and a 57-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Kennedy to Dayton Gillen with 6 minutes and 1 second left. The extra point was good, made it a 31-24 ball game. And then as we just saw, Lodi with a minute and 33 seconds, Mason Lane took that drive over. 8-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, which made it a 31-31 ball game. Wow, what a game.
And that's where we stand right now. And again, like I said in my opening thing, the answer to question was 48 minutes away. Now it's down to 12 minutes away as to will McFarland get their first victory of the season, go 1-1, and wait for the Cheesemakers come in next week in Monroe. We'll be on the air next Friday evening.
Does this spot remind you of anything? The first possession for Lodi tonight?
Oh, yes.
Did you get him in?
No, he got out to like the 2-yard line,
Okay.
1 yard gain. That was Mason Lane, that 1 yard gain. I figured he's going to probably be pretty careful about not maybe handing that ball off here.
Yeah, this
especially because both teams early in the game made mistakes inside almost their 10-yard line.
Right.
And
almost back-to-back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is a big defensive possession here for McFarland. I mean, like you said, getting the ball down at the 1 yard line. If the defense can come out here, get a huge stop, they could get a short field for Cooper Kennedy and that offense to take the lead.
All right. Not sure. Is that
Brady Pauls.
Yep, that was Brady Pauls. He got about 4 yards. He's out to the 6, so we're at about 3rd and 6, I think. 3rd down and 5.
Big third down here for McFarland.
Big.
Now, like we've seen a lot this
and I'm going to say
late in the half.
Go ahead.
Mason Lane.
Yeah, he's
look
gonna,
out for him to get in space.
He's
and
not giving the ball up here. He's gonna handle this ball. I got to believe he's going to roll right. No. Came left. And I think they held him a yard short. It looked like he was stopped at the 10-yard line. He needed to get to the 11.
Yeah,
Boy, it's going to be over the 10-yard line. This is going to be close. Fourth down.
How about this for Mason Lane? 17 carries tonight for a quarterback who's also starting at linebacker, 152 yards rushing.
Wow.
And that's a stop that the Spartans needed on defense.
Absolutely.
Flipped the field here with that beautiful punt just before that.
Yep.
And let's see if Cooper Kennedy and the offense
that was a great
can
punt
get
by
points on the board.
Mason Folk. That was really a big punt.
Yes.
Big time.
Good call on the fair catch.
Yep.
There we go.
Very good. That was Gillen. Nice job, Dayton. Just focus. Boy, especially when you get a wobbler like that. At one point in time, I heard actually professional ends talk about they would rather have a football that wasn't a tight spiral thrown to them. They'd rather have kind of a wobbler. They think that it's easier for them to somehow make contact with the ball and catch it.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that rather than a tight spiral? Just another really useless bit of information that I thought I'd throw in here again tonight. I'm full of useless information. All right, big play. We're at 9:24 left in the ball game. Will he get to the outside? No. Zadra? No. 1 yard loss.
And he's really been held in check tonight.
Yes, he has.
He had that fumble on his 5th carry of the game. He's at 11 for 25 yards.
Right.
So it's been a tough game for him tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, both of these lines have big kids in them. Boy, coming off the field there limping, that was number 54. That was Westfall, Caden Westfall. You don't want to lose a kid with that kind of size in there. He's your, not sure if he's left or right tackle, but it's a big body, important body. Okay. Up the gut, that was about a 3-yard run. Three-yard run for Zadra.
I think that's the 3rd helmet we've seen come off tonight.
It's got to be chin straps. I wonder, because sometimes, don't you see when you watch a football game, you get guys with chin straps that aren't even attached, and you're going, what, what are they going to put it on while they're running a route or something? I don't get it.
Looks like McFarland's trying to figure out they need one more person out on the field.
Yeah. This sometimes is not a good sign.
Wouldn't hurt.
They don't want to burn another timeout.
Right.
They've already used one. Boy, I'm surprised how much time. Wow. I'm surprised that wasn't a delay game.
Setting up a
Kelly.
screen with that speed. Ooh.
Down to the 28, so that was only for 3 yards. So we are going to come up for I believe it's going to be 4th and 4.
Do they try and kick it?
Boy.
Or is it a little outside the range?
To be honest with you, I think you go for it in here. I mean, you can.
Here you go.
Nope, he's going to punt it. Folks in the game, unless this is.
No, look, they're going to try the, what is that, a 51-yard field goal.
This would be a 51-yard field goal.
Wow. Any chance you got the school record on hand?
Well, one of the guys that might have it is Tyler Weedle down there, who's an assistant coach. He kicked at Northern Illinois. He kicked in the Orange Bowl.
Oh, it's blocked.
And that's the fear of it, trying to put too much into it. Low kick.
Yeah, that's tough on that because when you're out there at 51 yards, anywhere near that.
You can't, it's got to be a lower kick.
Yep, because you got to get the distance.
Yep.
But if you look at the decision making there, if you go for it, don't get it. I mean, you gave yourself a chance to at least try and get 3 points there. I'm not really opposed to that. I mean, you got 6:58 here left in the 4th.
Keep in mind the other 2 options. You could have punted them deep again.
True.
We're down to under 7 minutes to go in the game. Well, move forward. Time for the defense to step up here. Big first down play. Don't give them that short second down run. Oh, and there goes Lane. Uh-oh. 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 Chased down by Gillett, and the ball fumbled out of bounds. He's going to say he was down by contact, so that was
about a 26, 27-yard run.
Call it, yep. All our statistics this evening will be unofficial. Look at this at the end of it. Actually, he knocks the ball out before he was even down, and the official marked him. He said his knee was down, so whatever. Boy, and there again, who's taken over the game? Lane.
Right.
Boy.
18 carries, 179 yards, and a touchdown tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. And let's not forget, he can throw it, too. He's got 161 yards in the air.
Yeah. There he goes again. I mean, he is, like I said, just literally saying, you know what?
We got a flag on the field. Could be holding.
And 74 is bouncing around, and I think that is.
Yeah, they're moving back.
Henry Copeland, yep. He was bouncing around, so he must have been the one that, was it holding, I believe?
Yeah, it looks like that they're moving it back for holding.
Yep.
So 10-yard penalty. So we got a first.
This is
and
interesting.
20.
I got an update here from a little thing. Somebody watching the Brewers game tonight. Peralta has a no-hitter going into the 7th inning for the Brewers tonight. So, but don't turn us off. This is way too entertaining, and it is.
We got a tie ball game,
yeah,
31-31.
the Brewers are still going to be going.
Set up a screen.
That's a great call. Wow. That's the second time they've run a nice screen like that. You know, that's where
16 yards.
That's where it's really incumbent. You like that use of word? Incumbent upon, somebody in that line to say, wait a second, all 4 of us are getting in there way too easy. And you kind of hope that you kind of recognize it and drop back. Easy to say when I'm sitting up here. All right. 2nd down and 8. Playing again on a keeper. Uh-oh. It's another 10, about 18 yards for him.
What a game he's having.
Yeah, I mean, and
he's
again,
taking it over, really.
We're McFarland, cable TV and that, but I mean, you really have to appreciate his effort tonight.
Absolutely.
I mean, Mason Lane, this is just an outstanding individual effort that he's putting out here tonight, and he deserves to be recognized for it and applauded for it. I mean, wow.
He almost has almost 400 yards of offense just himself.
This is just wonderful. It just,
and let's, again, a junior.
Yeah, a junior, correct. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And there goes, I think that was Pulls down to about the 8-yard line. Let's see where he got. Maybe even got deeper than that.
Gain of 7.
Pulls down to the 8-yard line. Yeah, he got 7 yards. So we're at 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and 3 from the McFarland 7-yard line. And we are at 4 minutes remaining in your ball game tonight. 31-31. In a thriller. Here's another new phrase. How about saying this is a white knuckler? Never heard that before, have you? I just thought that up.
We're original up here.
Oh, and there goes Pulls into the end zone. Just a burst of speed. And again, the focus there was on Mason Lane.
Yep.
Kept it in the belly of, and who's down? That's not good when Jay's heading out on the field there, our trainer.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. So going back to that play, like you were saying, Mason Lane, he's taken over this ball game. He's got 197 yards on the ground alone, and not to mention he has 177 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And you can see on this play here, the read option, it's been really just crushing the Spartans here in the second half.
You can see Pulls with us.
Yes.
Full steam ahead, and he wasn't going to be denied.
Yeah. So that's Pulls' first touchdown in the night. He's got 14 carries for 50 yards, 1 touchdown.
Right.
And then we got Kyler Clemens, 10 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Right. And then, like I said,
coming off the field, that's Keats Dislin, the Diesel coming off. Well, big extra point here, because it begs the question, if they kick it and they make it, if the Spartans come back then, do they potentially at home go for 2, or would you tie it?
I think you have to have a play in that scenario that 100 times out of 100 you're going to score.
Whoa.
Extra point is good.
And I'll tell you what, the holder did just an amazing job on that, because I'll tell you what, that snap wasn't the best, was bobbled. Can we see that on replay, that extra point? Boy, we really demand a lot of, but look at, boy, right on cue. Let's see the snap. Was it the holder?
Oh, yeah, great job by the holder.
Boy, great job. It was low. Managed to get it back. I mean, I just can't tell you. Nick Boom Boom Boucher, BB Benny Becks, Patrick Hasty Tasty, and Andrew Day. You can't get any better than that, and I can tell you what, I can't believe that Bristol, Connecticut, has not been in touch with this staff. They had to fly these guys out and let them do an ESPN production.
Monday Night Football.
Called, nope, Friday Night Lights, McFarland edition. Put on by WMCF, cable channel in McFarland, Wisconsin, huh? Maybe we're going to ask the village to have a fundraiser to fly our group out and do a game somewhere, huh? I think we got all kinds of money here, don't we? Oh, the bobbleheads are going the other direction, going no. They're going sideways this time. No, they are. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, people to get a chance to look at that. An important place we're getting to focus in on.
Yep.
Just wonderful. All right, here's Meitzner. Again, squib kick.
Get on top of that. I think Lodi has it. Yep.
And that's what it looks like. Oh, no.
That is a disaster for McFarland.
That's very unfortunate. You know, and I'll tell you, you have to be schooled. You have to be ready for that because, you know, they have not been
They've kicked it deep
Yeah, and
once
here we
tonight.
go again. Let's watch the replay.
Unfortunately, the ball stayed down when he thought the ball was going to come up,
Yep.
hit him in the knees, and
Yeah.
the first level couldn't get on top of it.
Well, okay, I'm going to say here's ball game right here. You got to make a stop here. You've got 2 timeouts left. Or no, only 1 timeout
One
left.
timeout, yep.
Yeah, because we used 2 of them. So this is it right here. You got to make a stop.
Who do you
or
think's
they're
going to have the ball?
My bet. Well, he might hand it off here and just go up the gut.
There you go.
That's a big first down play. Boy, that was a great hit.
Loss of 3 on
Gee,
the play.
guess who was on the tackle? Paul Morris. Wow.
It's been all over the field tonight
Yep.
on defense.
Boy, I'll tell you what. On offense, it's been Mason Lane for them. On
Yep.
defense, it's been Paul Morris for McFarland.
Right.
Just the 2 standouts that I see that we've just been mentioning their names over and over. And, man, some of the highlight plays that both those 2 kids have made. Yeah, here goes Lane.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's – uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow. So give him another 37 yards.
Yep.
He's out at the 3-yard line.
And a flag.
And he is still going and going and going. He's kind of like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and,
And
going
going
and
and
going
going.
and going.
Got to get my calculator out now for this.
Let's see what the penalty is. Probably something at the end of the play. Face mask at the end of the play, so it'll take it from the 2.5-yard line, probably down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, here's a replay
Well, here
here.
we go again. And look at the burst of speed. And with all that he's done, look at the energy that he still has. And the speed, just boom, acceleration, cut back, heading to the corner.
Wow. What a run. What a night for him.
Yeah.
What a night.
What a run, what a night. Hold it, Cather Karaoke. Oh, what a night. Late August in McFarland, Wisconsin. Okay.
That was a good rendition.
Well, the thing is, I suppose a lot of people turned their volume off on their TVs with that right there. Probably ended that, but wow, what a performance. Now, will he hand it off here? I say yes. This is going to be Clemens straight ahead. Yep. And into the end zone. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it's just, you know, some nights you go against a kid or a team that just has, like in golf, we'd call this a career day. I mean, he's having a career night tonight. I mean, and there just comes a point where you say, how do we stop it?
Exactly.
You know, I mean, he's just that talented. That, I mean, kudos to him. This is just, wow.
Yeah.
I know it's hard because, you know, that McFarland's going to wind up losing this game, but boy, just people should really appreciate what they sat here and watched tonight out of that kid.
Yeah, I believe
Do you
that.
by any chance want to update us on his statistics? Again, these are Lackey's estimated statistics, right? Eric J. Lackey.
I had to pull out the calculator on that last run, but yeah, real quick for rushing.
Oh, is that new school math? Just calculator, right?
Hey, you know,
punch and let the calculator do it for
we're
you.
live. Got to get the number in there quick, you know. So he's got 20 carries tonight for 234 yards. Brady Pauls, he's got 14 carries for 50 yards. Kyler Clemens with that, that's his second touchdown, 13 carries for 47 yards. If I do the math quick, 80, 91.
They're almost
over
400 yards.
They're 330 yards, 340 yards just on the ground. And then in the air, Mason Lane, 9 of 16, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, you know, 2 costly interceptions when they happen.
He might be recognized as Wisconsin Football Player of the Week.
He's got a chance, that's for sure.
Yeah, show me somebody that's going to put up better stats than that.
Well, over 400 yards of offense. I believe he's got 3 total touchdowns. Yeah, that's a career night for a junior.
And a junior, that's what I was going to say too. Wow. All right, Meitzner again. That time it was picked up cleanly. Those are tough balls to handle because you never know how it's going to break. You know, it's bouncing sideways or all of a sudden it takes a funny hop up into you. And in that case, on the fumble, he was waiting for it to come up and it stayed down right into his knees.
Exactly.
That's tough, you know, and I guess if you're in that spot, you got to just step aside and let it go. At least it's going deeper to somebody behind you.
Slows down the momentum a little bit on it.
Yep. All right, we are at 2:44 left, 45-31. Lodi has kind of taken command of this, you know, and it's kind of like right now the air's out of the balloon. It's kind of, there's just kind of, I don't know, double pass.
Yeah, double pass.
Oh,
he's wide open. There we go.
He's got Culp. There we go. Nice play.
About a 31-yard gain.
Yep. Zadra.
I don't have Zadra down for passing stats.
No, that's the first pass he's thrown.
Wow.
So there's a trick play. I guess we're trying to put a quick one up. 2:30 left to go. Well, you never can tell. You know, it's high school sports.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Gets right back up.
Uh-oh. I mean, that was a big collision. There were like 3 people in there.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
And I think there was a lot of contact that, you know, now these are the kind of plays where I don't know if we want to go to replay, especially if there's, although we don't have anybody on the ground.
I will say every player got up, so.
Yeah, so we can show a replay on that. I mean, if somebody was hurt, no. But let's show it and see what happened here. Look at the contact. It's like 3 helmets. Oh, face mask and then helmet.
Yeah.
Oof, that was that you would call
unnecessary
targeting.
Reference. Yeah, right.
That was targeting because that was helmet.
Yep.
Helmet. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean that was pretty clear right there.
Right, but thankfully we got the refs to make that call because that's a tough call.
Right. You know, and you don't. That's a tough call to make, and you never want to say it was intentional. You know, I don't think it. You know, you don't think those are.
No, I think that was a hard situation with, you know, the defender right on top of Gillen, thinking that he maybe had the ball there inside in between the 2 players and just trying to make a hit.
Right.
You know, leading with the head a little bit. I think he could have gotten down a little lower, but. Yeah, so McFarland's going to get the ball moved here for him on those 2 penalties. Pass interference first and then unnecessary roughness.
Right. That's 30 yards. 30 yards of penalty. Well, I'll tell you, we got 2:22 left here, Eric.
Hey, we've seen one onside kick.
That's right.
Onside kick in air quotes.
Score quick right here.
Right.
See if you can punch it in right here. And you got Lodi calling a timeout. I see they got I thought they might try and put Dayton solo on one side and again go for the jump ball. I mean, why not?
Yep.
I mean, he's 6'2". He's got a little better vertical than Coach Ackley, I'd say, from what we've seen in that. But I mean, he can go up and get it.
Yep.
And Kennedy has shown that he can throw that ball up to him.
I think the perfect play here, again, I'm not an offense coordinator, but 8 yards.
Then what are you suggesting if you're not a perfect?
If you look at it, you got the 2 hash marks here on the far side of the field.
Yep.
You get 3 wide receivers on the left-hand side, and you run what they call a flood. You get someone running a jump ball scenario to the corner of the end zone. You get the second receiver, the middle receiver, trying to run a quick out, and then the third receiver running another quick out, and have Cooper run to his left. He's got 3 options with a wide open field in front of him. I think that'd be a great chance at a passing touchdown here.
Why don't you go down 2 booths to our right? Tell Willickett to come out here. Tell him you got the play.
I was trying to project a little bit, hoping that he hear.
Let's see if Pete heard you from 2 booths down to our right. Huh?
That goes back to my
and
my
are you going to love it if this is the play that they call and it works?
No, I'm not Tony Romo or anything.
I don't know
like
if
that.
This room will have enough. If we have enough room up here for the size that your head will expand if this goes that way.
But, hey, they got 4 receivers.
I don't care what
left.
play it is. Just score a touchdown.
Right.
This would be great. We got Culp on the right side solo over here. No, you were right.
Yeah, trying to get the ball over there.
I tell you, sports fans, he knows. Eric knows football. You know what? That's a promotional thing we could do.
Like a little pregame show.
Blackie knows football. Come on, get it here.
Yeah, the option.
Oh, but the clock's going to keep running.
Yeah, you got to get back on the line here quick. In one of those scenarios, you almost have to have 2 play calls, but with how McFarland calls the plays, while everyone's lined up, they can get another play call here and quick.
Come on, guys.
Watch for the jump ball to the left. No. Miscommunication. He's got an open.
He's going to get in.
There we go.
Okay. We're at $1:32 to go in your game. $1:32, and we're an onside kick away from a possible real exciting ending. Because this is going to come down to an onside kick.
Yep.
If McFarland can somehow recover it,
yeah, look at this.
we got a ball game. If not,
a miscommunication
look at this.
in the backfield.
Everybody, yep.
And he just took over athlete again.
Do you want to know? He took over like Mason Lane.
Right.
He's kind of done. He said, hey. That's good. That was a great play by Cooper Kennedy.
Yeah, so a big extra point here to get him a chance.
Okay. Right. So, for all of you that now are sitting at home that were here and left, how are you feeling right now, huh?
I don't know about you. I'm excited. I mean,
well, you want to know the thing that's really neat? The kids didn't give up. They didn't hang their head and say, oh, fine, so, it's going to be a 14-point loss or something else. No.
Right.
They said, hey, as long as there's any time left on that clock, and it's high school sports, I said, the craziest things we've all seen happen.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes ago it was looking like, a prayer could only really win this, but, right. a couple good plays, a couple penalties that went in McFarland's favor. I mean, at the end of the day, they put the ball in the end zone, and they're giving themselves a chance here with this onside kick attempt.
Right. So we'll see what how often do you practice this? Let's see what happened. That's not another good sign. That's 54. That's Caden Westfall limping off again here. He's been off a couple times tonight. He's trying to look like he might be cramping or something because he's trying to stretch out that. You can see him as he's coming off.
Yep. So I know Mason Lane has been having a phenomenal game. I do not want Cooper Kennedy to get overshadowed tonight. First carries, 5 carries, 8 yards, that touchdown there that put him within 1 score. And then through the air, 8 out of 11, 216 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. He has played phenomenal for the Spartans.
Very, you know, it's one of those games where all of a sudden, like you said, you kind of get overshadowed by somebody else. But, boy, take a look. When they go back and look at the film and look at his stats tonight, wow.
Yep. Here we go.
Didn't go 10 yards.
Nope, it didn't.
Nope.
He
didn't go 10 yards, and I hate to say it, but that's probably going to do it. With one timeout left.
Anything less than a fumble.
Yeah, and they're just going to probably kneel down, or Lane will take it, and he'll run around for a little bit, and then he will probably take a knee. But I'll bet he's not even going to hand the ball off. Yeah, because Clemens is coming out of the game. I don't think he'll even risk handing the ball off.
No, I think it's one of those things where you just...
What are you doing, some quick math?
Yes.
Okay.
Where you just get the ball back there, take a knee, and just try and get that clock to run out.
Right. You know, and he might just run around for a couple seconds or something, but he ain't going to go anywhere. Ooh, if this will take away from his total yards. If he takes a knee back there.
That's there's two things I'm not a fan of. It's one where the quarterback takes a kneel and he loses rushing yards.
Yeah, that shouldn't really count, should it?
And then two, your ball lands in a divot when you're playing golf and you can't move it to fairway. It just, those are the two things that grind my gears.
You just tell the people you're playing with, hey, look it over there. And then surprisingly, somehow the ball, wind up with a decent lie. Oh gosh, he is running with the ball actually. I don't understand that because
if he
get
fumbles,
hurt too.
Yeah, well that too. He could get hurt.
And there's no need for it. Now you can just take a knee. Yeah, because the last thing you'd need is to just have him go in and have somebody just pick him up and twist a knee or something on that.
Right.
That would be a shame. Again, right now, I know I close out with certain comments, but let's give it up, really. I wish all you people watching at home and everybody here, and whether you're with my son down in Mexico City or in other countries, you're in other states, your grandmas, your grandpas, your alumni, wherever you are, if you are watching this game, I wish you could all throw kudos to our staff here again. On the cameras tonight, we've had BB, Benny Becks. Sometimes you can see Benny even if you're down at Pick and Save. He will help you and assist you, whatever you need down at Pick and Save. He's there to serve you. Then you've got Nick, Boom Boom Boucher. God, I love saying that name. Huh? Nick's got a great smile, does a great job also. These two guys on the cameras, excellent. And then our staff on the board tonight again. Patrick Hasty Tasty. Wow. We're still running the ball ahead.
Man. Running hard, too.
Yeah, running hard.
That's a hard 2 yards right there.
Right. Patrick, again, we wish you the best in your future endeavors. I can tell you what, with what we've seen you grow up as a young man now, and we know you're going to be successful, whatever you choose to do in your future in that, and you're always welcome back here. If you got a night, you got a special time or something, drop up in the booth or drop in at a game or something and say hi. Always welcome you back. You're part of Spartan Pride. The community here is proud of all the work and the time you put in helping make these telecasts over the last, he said, like 4 to 5 years. So thanks again, Patrick. And then again, the mastermind, the bearded wonder, the man who's in full control always. We didn't have party mix tonight, the Andrew Day party mix, but that'll be coming up at some later broadcast when we get John Wells back. But Andrew Day just runs a great program here, and again, thanks to all you guys. Our staff is just wonderful.
Yes.
Again, I can tell you, Eric, what a pleasure. We really had a lot of fun, and that's what this is all about.
Absolutely.
Myself and John, well, we've always said, I just do this for the kids, and it's great. And also to allow people, no matter where you are, if you can't get to the games, I don't care what state you're in or something else, these kids all have relatives and everything else who can't get these games or in other states or other places. They get a chance to experience this with them now, so it's just, It's wonderful. And I think the thing that's so neat, we just had a heck of a lot of fun tonight. And in John's absence, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job on the stats. I don't know if I want to come back and sit in that seat and do it because I can't do that. But, no, that was wonderful. Thanks a lot, Eric. So
Yeah.
I'll turn it over to you. You can say some final words or whatever
Yeah.
you want to say, and then I'll close it out when you're done.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the game, we talked about the 3 or 4 keys: line of scrimmage, turnovers, McFarland containing the Lodi run game, and then seniors Travis Zadra and Cooper Kennedy. Line of scrimmage, Lodi really controlled the game for the majority of the game with their running attack. Turnovers, it was pretty even. I think it was a little bit. Actually, I think it was even 2-2. McFarland containing the Lodi run game. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Mason Lane, 22 carries, 236 yards, and a touchdown. And to add on 177 yards through the air, he had 413 yards of offense just himself. And then Brady Poles with 15 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. And then Kyler Clemens. I mean, it's a 3-headed monster back there. 13 carries, 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns total on the ground tonight for Lodi. That was really the difference maker. But, like I said earlier, I can't leave this, without being said. Cooper Kennedy tonight, he really showed up. 8 for 11, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 big plays tonight in the passing game. But unfortunately, McFarland comes up just 7 points short. So I appreciate you guys having me tonight.
Okay. Well, like I said, kudos to you. Thanks a lot. Greatly appreciate it. So, as we put a wrap on it tonight, we all here at WMCF cable channel in McFarland here, we hope that you've all enjoyed tonight's telecast. It's our hope that we provided athletes with another special memory, as well as provided an opportunity to view these athletes and their accomplishments for many of you who couldn't attend for any variety of reasons. So we thank you, however, for your continued support as viewers. So signing off, I will say, God bless, stay healthy, stay safe, and good evening from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.